Transition. Yo, I don't know what's going on with the thing today, but it's a nightmare. Let me start again. It's just that type of show, man. What's going on, Spurs? Spurs, what are you doing to me, man? What are you doing to me? I've had enough. Oh, I've got Jay here with me, and right now it's therapy. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like when
Yeah,
you're gonna,
we're doing a therapy session, guys.
yeah,
So
man.
that's let's start at the top. Yeah, start at the top. What did you think of today's performance?
Shit. I'm joking. Hey, big up to the chat, man. We got a guest in as well. We got a gooner in there. Like, what?
Let's
Let
listen.
me speak. Let me speak.
Just D.
I speak.
Listen. Yeah.
No, we don't want yours, Jay. We
No,
don't
no,
want
no,
your
bro. Listen,
monologue,
this is a
Jay.
therapy session.
We
We were
don't
here
want
for
your
therapy.
monologue.
No, we were here for therapy, my brother.
No, we don't want your
Nah,
monologue.
nah, I'm here for therapy, bro.
We don't want your monologue. We don't
Nah,
want
nah,
your
I'm here
monologue.
for
Because
therapy,
no, do you
bro.
know why? Do you know? Let's be real. Yeah, let's have a real convo. I'm not gonna do no gloating
Okay,
yet.
go.
Yeah, because I've already got 10 minutes. Yeah, but I had to come on it. You
Of
get me,
course, yeah.
bruv? Game should have been about 7-1. No.
I mean,
Let's be real. Let's
I
be real
think
as adults.
3-1 would have been fair.
Clear
Three
cut,
one.
clear
Yeah,
cut.
no, because I think you were still somewhat toothless, but the
Yeah,
openings, you still had
Advert.
openings. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like based on who you had out there, 3-1 would. But like if you'd had if Saka had been playing and stuff like that, you would have boxed our ears off. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I'm
Oh,
just.
that game would have. I don't know if Ange's playing Football Manager or something.
Mm.
Was he playing? The man's taking off Saul, and you remember you've only got to get one goal to get back in the game. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it
He's
was.
got the
Yeah,
one.
I know what you mean. It was like it's like what I would do on Football Manager, an emotional reaction, and
You know
then
what I'm saying? Just go all of that.
like
Man
6 minutes
took off
into the second
two
half,
centre
you're like,
midfielders.
shit, I shouldn't have done that. Do you know what I
Broski,
mean?
man took off two centre midfielders.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it's not like the last 5 minutes to go. You know, this is a whole half. So even if you lot had got back in the game early, we would have
Yeah.
gone back
How
on
are
the
you gonna
attack.
balance the midfield for the remainder of
I don't know
the
what
half?
man's
Yeah, no,
dealing with.
fair.
And not only does he do that, yeah. My man is like, I'm trying to figure out, yeah, if because that's why it's so hard to deal with Aaron, because no one has a clue what is going on in this guy's
Oh,
brain, man.
yesterday you were back in it. What's going on? Yesterday you were talking about.
Wait, who's that? Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to?
You know what I'm saying? Man, just getting punched up, bro.
Yeah,
I need
but
to know
look,
who I'm talking to.
these got a great point because the thing is if you look at, I was saying this to myself. I even in the first half was like, what is the overriding plan that we're trying to achieve here in what we're doing? Like it was almost like we survived the first 20 minutes, then we got a foothold in the game, and obviously we conceded some poor goals.
No, Jay, we don't want no diplomatic answer right now. No,
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 no, no, no, no,
I'm
no,
being,
no, no,
well,
no, no, no,
I'm
no.
furthering your point because I'm saying
No,
we
no, what you're
conceded.
saying is right. What you're saying is right, yeah.
That's
But
what I'm
what
saying.
I
We
was,
conceded 2 poor goals in 4 minutes, and Ange then, rather than looking at the second half of the first half, where we kind of got some control back and we were in the game, Ange then takes off both central midfielders. Do you see what I mean? And I obviously Bazuma made
oh, what a result. Deja vu is here. This is what I'm talking about. This is who I want to see. Oh, Deji, is it still your club? Na 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 na. Is it still your club? Na 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 na. Oh, Deji, is it still your club? No, no, this is what I'm saying. These guys, no, you're on mute. You're on mute. Ash, mute this guy. I've only got 10 minutes. Mute him.
And I know you're
Mute him.
angry, bro. Can I just be real? There was nothing that you can say that you were proud of today. The issue was our back line was never going to do anything. I predicted
Oh, it should
yesterday.
have been about 7-1, Deji.
I
Let's be
predicted
real, fam.
3-1, bro. But
Should have been
bro,
about
what I'm pissed
7-1.
about is the point Jay made. Jay, you are 100. I know he took Basuma off because he's responsible for that second goal.
yeah, keeper
But
could have done better too.
But after that, you taken off Basuma and Papsar, and then we had absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
We had one shot on goal the whole second half. We were never
Bro,
coming back into
and
this.
your shot on goal one was from the first half, from a corner. Deflection wasn't really
Mate,
a goal.
mate, right now, I am ready to lose bedrooms over this. When are we getting Ash and Jay? When are you, man,
Hey,
fully just
brother.
said, you know what, enough is enough. Get rid of this idiot. When are we saying this?
Listen, I'm
No, I
saying
don't want.
Deji, what I'm saying to you is, today was poor, and I like. There's not
Deji,
much.
is it still your club?
No,
Na, na,
it's
na, na, oh,
Deji. I told
is
you
it
before,
still your club?
Ange
Na, 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 na.
having a job isn't down purely to Ange's managerial ability right now. It's down to the options to replace him at this specific time of the season. And I've said this to me. Today was poor. I don't really. It's difficult for me to understand his logic today. So he went with Sarr in midfield, didn't play Maddison. When he does play Maddison, we're not playing a proper six. Who's going to be defensive? Yeah, Bazuma, stinking mistake for that goal. But to take him and Sarr off at the same time when Bergval's the sit, it just there was just a lack of clarity. I thought we were crying out for Reggie in this. I know Spencer's having a good game.
Why did none of you lot predict losses then?
Because the performances coming into the game have been competent, but the structure he put.
It's hard to go against a club like.
Yeah, bro, it's hard to bet against Spurs in the derby.
I called it. I said 2-1 Arsenal.
You know what?
In my head,
I knew what gone. You get it, but for like kids are watching. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to break their heart.
Yeah,
honest.
Yeah.
Like, like Father Christmas, Santa ain't black. You know that.
Try to tell me wrestling isn't real. Excuse me.
There's no truth.
Wrestling is real. People are fake.
There's no truth, Barry.
Well, it's mad. I don't know. There's a lot of questions in it. You know what? The first thing I saw, I'll be real, was Son. When we're trying to play out the back.
He was coughing up the ball like he had COVID. Jesus Christ.
My brother, you are the captain. What for you? Like, he couldn't hold on to nothing. Like, it's like he had holes in his boots.
Yeah.
First was baggy, kept going it backwards. And I said, bro, you're killing us. Not only football IQ, I need you not to hug the touchline sometimes. I need you to kind of invert slightly. You know when you're slightly inverted?
Yeah.
Then diagonal pass is on more. When you're playing that from the back, when it goes down to Kinski or Kinky Blinders is doing those balls over the top diagonal.
Bro, I had Deji put in Kinski in combined 11 ahead of Raya yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like Deji. Sounds like Deji. 2 games.
But to be honest, I won't lie. I was gassed.
Let Deji answer that Kinski one, please. Let me Deji answer that Kinski one.
Oh, I think Kinski showed in his first week at Spurs, which was last week, that he's a very, very competent keeper, and he's the best keeper we've had since Loris. And I think today, look, you got to remember, Kinski's only 21, and I do think the occasion got to him.
Yeah, his head was gone.
Yeah,
after he turned and nearly got tackled, his head was gone until half time.
Yeah, and that was it. After that, he didn't concede. But for me,
after that, he didn't concede. It's crazy.
He should have saved, but he should have saved. For me, he saved Trossard's shot. He should have saved that. That is an easy.
He should have saved that easily.
No, the ball bounced, man. The ball bounced, though, man.
That don't matter, man.
It does matter, man. Apply context.
At that level, At that level, they could be potholes. You save it.
It was a mixture. Basuma, I know I'm jumping ahead, but Basuma, my brother, the game intelligence, the IQ, where is Broski in the middle of the park? What are you doing?
Bro, the players in our team are stupid. Yeah? They're actually stupid.
No intelligence.
When I look at Arsenal's team, they are bare intellectuals in their team. Our guys are all FHM, Zoo Magazine, and Red Bull. Yeah, do you know what I mean? What the fuck is going on there?
Yeah, to you, bro. It was just annoyance because obviously, all right. You know what? Let's scrap the second goal. Let's get to let's rewind and get to the first goal. Let's do it. Let's talk about the game, innit? There's a lot to get into.
Sonny's goal or their first goal?
Well, Sonny's first goal. We could do that way. I don't know.
Nah,
how much
we'll go to their first goal. But their first
Man,
goal.
I'll shout you, man. I'll try and jump on later, innit, when I
Yeah.
come off the stream, innit, if you man are still live.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Oh, fucking hell, I've got to be with
So-
him there. I'm supposed to join him.
Evening, gentlemen. Evening panel,
Is
by
that
the way.
Kaz's stream?
Nah, Hooks.
Can you guys hear me?
Everyone's street. Everyone's got.
You guys hear me?
At the same
Yeah,
time.
I can hear you, dude.
Oh,
Look at this motherfucker. Isak Bray said he's got a new setup. But no, just to say, the first goal for me, right? Like, okay, it's not a corner, but whatever. I don't care. It happens. Yeah. Do you know
Anyone
what I mean?
disagree that it's not a corner? Does anyone disagree?
No, it wasn't a corner.
it was. I saw the highlights just now. It wasn't a corner. Definitely wasn't a corner. Definitely wasn't a corner.
But so now we get to the corner. Okay, Dragusin, he's getting turned upside down. Yeah, by Gabriel's run. And the thing is, and you see it, the angle is so good because you see as Dragusin turns to finally start looking where the ball is. Yeah, Gabriel has such a run on him.
Yeah.
Cool. Solanke now is also out of position. He's facing the wrong way. Yeah, because it goes to show if Solanke is facing, the opposition, like as the opposition's goal, it hits him and goes the other way. He's facing the wrong way, so it hits him and goes in, and he can't react. It's a setup issue. It's obviously Arsenal are very good at set pieces, but just in that, you've seen from the different corners, they've set up well, they've defended them well. In that moment, they've defended that corner badly. Players are not in the right positions. Players are a little bit ball watching. It's a great cross. It's a great move, but again, to then concede. Then the next thing is you don't concede again before half time. You have to
stay in the game. But even before that, on that set piece as well, I just thought Kingsky got underneath it.
He did get underneath it, yeah.
Of the ball, and that also caused an issue. Yeah, like
because,
you said,
because had he not gone for it, he would have been in position on the line maybe to block it or something.
Exactly. So I would say. And again, like it's that I don't know. Do you think both goals could be distributed to both Dragusin and Kingsky? Because Dragusin, right, when Bissouma does lose the ball, and then the ball goes out wide. Yeah, I'm saying when the ball goes out wide and goes into the box, don't you think Dragusin should be tighter to his man? I'm saying.
I'm just guessing because Dragusin is not as pacey, and the reason why I'm blaming Bissouma, it was very soft. He should have been stronger there with the ball. All he had to do was if he's successful in getting that ball to a Spurs player, we don't concede. It's a draw today. Because I don't think Arsenal were that potent in attack, actually. They were quite lackluster, in my opinion. But we kind of gave it to them. And in that first goal, well, it wasn't even a bloody corner in the first place. So that's just pissed me off. So Arsenal there getting the rub of the green. But for me, I think more than anything, I always say that a manager should leave. Mourinho went there and he adopted the idiot tactic. We lost. Conte said, you know what, you're better than us. We lost. Postecoglou, I can't actually tell you what we did today. We didn't defend and we didn't attack.
What do you think? What do you think the tactic actually was? Because
maybe like hit him on the count. Right, hit him. My thought theory is hit him on the counter. You saw as the extra man in the middle to help press. But what actually happened was no one in the midfield knew where they were meant to be playing. Yeah, specifically. Because if you look at some of the performances when Bergval's played, it's been Bergval and Bissouma. Maddison, Kulu. What? So now what you're saying is, it's like, is Bergval playing in the 10? Is he playing in the 8? Are we playing a single pivot, a double pivot? Like, are we? I didn't. And the funniest thing was, I didn't even see Bissouma and Sar's asses for the first 20 minutes. I'm like, I don't even know where you guys are playing. Like, would it kill you guys to put a foot in, Hermano? And listen, like, I've told you guys, yeah, not this with Ange, yeah, the what the fuck is the story I told you guys? The Emperor's New Clothes.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you guys this Emperor's New Clothes thing. I can't shake it. Yeah, like so. I'm saying, yeah. I don't like. I'm just watching
Okay.
this, and I'm like, our out of
Andrew's fraud.
possession
Is that what you're
so
saying? Andrew's
poor.
fraud, fraudulent.
Hmm?
And you saying Andrew's fraudulent.
I'm saying that Spurs were so. We as a fan base, like, like, like with the Emperor's New Clothes, you want to see something that's not there. Yeah, and
Attacking football.
and
Is that
I'm
what you mean?
saying that me
Attacking football.
watching Ange now, yeah, I'm the out of possession is 50% of the game. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we're so good offensively. You look at like a Newcastle and Eddie Howe. How much better is Ange offensively than Eddie Howe? Maybe a little bit, maybe a lot, maybe not a lot. Yeah, but on the flip side, how much better is Eddie Howe out of possession and off the ball than Ange? A lot. Yeah, a big amount. So when you put both sides of them together, how can you then go and say Ange is a better manager or something like that? How can you tell me that Ange is definitively going to finish above this guy over the season? And it's like, yes, we're missing our core defense, but today, like with Archie Gray playing out from the back, I look at that more as okay, who's he passing to? What's the
Mm-hmm.
structure? How do we play out from the back? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's not just a Romero comes back and everything's fixed. It's a you're playing out from the back, and repeatedly we can't play out.
All right, wait. Let me stop you. I want to hear what FaZe has got to say because obviously Arsenal. It wasn't. Was it all Tottenham's undoing, or was it because Arsenal were obviously doing Arsenal things? You know what I'm saying? Was it that Arsenal's press was causing Spurs issues to play at the back to make mistakes? Was it Arsenal was so fluid in the midfield where you saw a player like Lewis Skelly invert, get on the ball, swap over certain times with Rice? Do you know what I'm saying? Little interchanges, and that the midfield, our midfield, didn't know how to cope with your box midfield at times, and that's where we got caught on the transition and you're able to build up that. Now, what do you think? Or do you think Ange was just terrible and he got it wrong, or you guys were too good? Which one do you think? Where do you land in all of this, bro?
No, it's the maddest thing here. I didn't do my homework. I didn't do
No,
my
no. But
homework.
I mean, just watching the game. Sorry, just watching the
No,
game.
you know what?
Spurs poor, or was Arsenal just that good? That's what I'm asking, bro. That's what.
Bro,
I'm
you know
saying.
what's mad? I thought I'd have a nap before the game, and
Yeah.
my one football app woke me up with Sun scoring. That's my first bit of the game, and I pull it on my phone, yeah, and then all I know is it was 22-11, bro.
Hey, when I message you, I see
That's why.
one.
That's why FaZe is quiet. That's why I'm looking at FaZe. I'm like, why is this guy so quiet? Isn't he hyped up in that? Why is he not talking nothing crazy? Like
That's
he's
so
just mad. And you know what? In my head, I was
so
complimenting
confident he could just put his
Ash.
phone on snooze, his
In my
alarm on
head,
snooze.
in my head, I was complimenting FaZe. I'm like, oh, this guy's so humble, man.
Bro,
Bro.
I have no idea. I thought I could come in there, pause, and just listen for a little while and pick up some.
Why, Ash? Why did you ask me?
All I needed was 2 more questions to someone else. I made it.
He's like, oh shit, guys, I gotta go turn off a screen. Folks are running me somewhere. I gotta go and see a man about a dog.
Waking up to Sun scoring, I didn't know we won though. I didn't even know if we would have won. I wasn't sure. When I saw 2-1, I was quite relieved, to be honest.
Oh, you went back to sleep. You go back to sleep.
Not deliberately, bro. After the Sun goal, I put it on for a little while. It was 22-11. Man's asking me, "Right, are you coming on?" Pause. I'm thinking, "Fuck."
You had a hell of a day, bro. Like,
Yeah, I'm telling you. But what do you lot think?
Do you know what? Because the way you guys started the game, obviously we started at 7:30, and you guys started at 8. I caught the last 15 minutes of the first half, and I caught the last 15 or so minutes of the second half. And it goes to Jay's point. I did see a lot of you guys trying to play out from the back, but you couldn't. I couldn't tell how much of that was. It's a 50-50 in terms of out of. I think you can't play out the back very well, and that's a little bit surprising. it seemed a bit rushed, and sometimes it would work, but sometimes it wouldn't. And it comes down to, I know we were joking about it at the beginning, it maybe does come a little bit to game intelligence. And if it is the case, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, like I said, I've already seen about 30% of the game. If Ange did try to go into this game to try and be a little bit more controlling in terms of possession, not as gone. You know, from before, like Tottenham already have one pace, but now if he's now trying to get at least another second pace, either slower or a little bit more controlled, he's now instilling something new, and I think it's hard for them to catch on, because sometimes when players having to keep the ball a little bit longer, they either get into a mode of just keeping it for the sake of keeping it, and then they end up losing it anyway. And that you also need a little bit more concentration levels, because you're not just go all the time, where you're just trying to score goals. Now you're trying to hold possession, but for the purpose of being dangerous at the same time. And that's a new skill. Liverpool possess it. Man City possess it. I think Newcastle are growing into it. And there's not many teams that have that. So if he's trying to do that, again, I've already saw 30% of the game. Yeah. It's a bit dangerous having to do that like midway through a season almost. But maybe he now has no choice but to try and do that. So I do think he tried to control the game, but Arsenal are very, very good at pressing. Like they're very in sync and coordinated. They're very, very good at doing it.
Toon, can I just add two things quickly? One is Arsenal are very good at pressing when they smell blood. And we chopped off our leg and wiggled it in the water for them. Yeah. I don't know what we were trying to do in the first. And secondly, Eddie Howe evolved by starting to change Bruno from the 6. Yeah.
He's
he
advanced
actually said he put Tonali in the 6 and then trusted the 8 to do what the 8 does.
Yes.
And then the other 8 so what Spurs are trying to do is they're saying, hey, 8 play in the 6. And when you put the 8 in the 6, you lose all of the defensive awareness of the 6. Yeah. But then what happens on the flip side is that you think that you're not going to be able to play out from the back. But we could play out from the back when Højbjerg played as a 6 last season. It wasn't obsolete. So what I'm trying to look at is we've got a manager.
But why can't you do it? Sorry, Jay, why can't you do it? Because Basuma, to me, I know he lacks concentration, but he's, for me...
bro, this brother was snorting fucking nitrogen before the season started. And you want to talk to me about concentration?
But like, just on the basic skill level, in terms of back to goal, which a 6, collecting the ball, obviously, if you're playing out the back, you need a 6 who can play with his back to goal. Basuma's good at that. So why are you struggling?
Because at the highest level, he lacks positional awareness, unbelievable technical consistency, focus, and so these characteristics when you look at the best 6s in the world, you'll see the same characteristics in all of them. Do you know what I mean? But when you look at Basuma and you ask him for, okay, give me a 6 that you rate that would ever make the tackle that Basuma made against Chelsea. Do you know, he just wouldn't even go for it. They wouldn't even think, let me slide this. They would be like, right, I should be stood here to maybe get the cutback. It's brain deadness. We have so many brain dead players, and we have a manager potentially who's leaving these brain dead players to their own devices. You let the inmates run the asylum and wonder why everybody ends up dead.
I think once much. Sorry, go on, Ash. Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to bring Preacher real quick. I was going to ask you, Preacher, did you watch the game?
Preach.
Yeah, I watched the game. Well, fan.
I will say that is a rascal little jacket you've got there, Preach. I won't lie. That's a nice little jacket you got there.
Are you wearing a turtleneck? Are you wearing a turtleneck? Preach is blushing, bro. Preach is blushing, bro.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, I was enjoying the game up to the equalizer, and then I was like, here we go. You know, I think the difference between Spurs not getting battered here is literally it's Saka. I think one of the commentators said it that Sterling was playing a bit too safe, slowing down the game. You get me? Even I was like, even though I wanted Spurs to win, even I was like, pass the ball, move, at certain points. You get me? So I think that was just the only difference. I think it was I feel like it was a normal Arsenal performance, like Spurs, like they didn't really want it, and it was just like, man, it was just giving the ball away.
I agree, man.
The pressure on the goalkeeper, and I know that pressure. You get me? I've experienced it in a final with a goalkeeper. You get me? That pressure was wild. Like every time you had the ball, like he was expecting something to go wrong for real. Like this time, you get me? Like you don't really expect that, but yeah, it was one of those games. So yeah, it's disappointing that you man are. I was gonna say you man are unlucky, like, but that's football. Like you get me? You can't really. It's not. You get me? You got to deal with it, but it's, like man's actually feeling sorry for you, man.
Bro, do you think we did? I don't think we did well enough to get a point. Do you think we did well enough to get a point?
No. Like,
But because the margins were so small and they weren't taking their chances, we were in the game technically because
with the margins. Like, hold on, think about it. Yeah, they had the Trossard amazing block by Dragusin.
I'm not disputing or denying the chances they had, but I'm just saying because they didn't take advantage of it. Like it almost got to the last minute where Spurs were on the ball, and I'm like, just cross it into the box, just cross it. But we were doing that with it. Do you know what I'm saying? So they punished us. Go on. Sorry,
see Song's goal, yeah.
That
made it an exciting game.
It did. It did.
If he didn't score that, it would have just been like
I agree.
2-0.
Yeah. It'd have been like,
but he scored and I was like, yeah, it's gonna happen. You get me? I was like, I was involved, like, yes, come on, son, you get me? You get me? I was there, you get me? And then the equalizer came and I was like, boy, like even Alex, like, do you know what he even said in the group? He was like, he's scared that I can't even pronounce his name, that he's gonna get a red card here. And I was like, wow. Yeah, but like I saw it in the game. I was like, he's telling the truth there. So it says where your players are at right now, but obviously unlucky with the injuries, man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you man, they just wrap up this season and
you know what? I don't want to talk on injuries, but I want to go back a step and talk about the starting lineup if I can. Was any of you lot shocked to not see Maddison in this game? Because obviously we did start with two youngsters in the middle in Sarr and Bergvall. I know some people might say Sarr's not young anymore. He's 21, 22. That's in football land. That's not really young. But again, you've got two players that are pretty much inexperienced playing alongside each other in a massive North London derby with a goalkeeper that's 21 years old, no experience, and you've got Archie Gray, who's not even a centre-back by trade, 18 playing. Do you think the manager kind of like, was anyone surprised not seeing Maddison in there as a bit
I think if Maddison didn't know before, he knows now that he's not his first choice. Like this game and everything else proves it. And I think we've got a snapshot in a minute, Jay. And I think we've got a snapshot of where I think Tottenham. I didn't realize this in terms of the start lineup, but I think we've got a snapshot of where I think Tottenham are heading to. I think eventually you'll have Sarr, Bergvall, and Archie Gray in your midfield. Once you get your centre forward situations, once you get your centre forwards back and fit, Archie Gray will join in the midfield as number 6 with Bergvall and Sarr, and that will be you guys going forward. I don't think that's bad. I think Basuma gets sold. I think Maddison eventually will get sold. Now I'm speaking a little bit ahead of time, but I think if I'm Maddison, I know that I'm not favoured by this. I know that this is, and I'm put on the bench for this game. Yeah, he doesn't rate me. Like it's not for me anymore. That's so. I'm not surprised. I think he was looking for control. He's looking for energy. He was hoping to not overpower, but at least keep up with Arsenal's midfield. I don't know who was in Arsenal's midfield. I expect it to be Partey, Rice, and Ødegaard, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so there's no. So he already, Postecoglou looked at that and said, "There's no use for you in this midfield. There's otherwise Arsenal, which Arsenal did anyway, which is control the game. So I just don't think there's a space for Maddison.
Do you agree with that? I'll big up Yoms. Sorry, Yoms.
Big up, man. Then what's good?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get to Yoms in a sec, but like, Deji, do you agree with that whole Maddison thing? I think Maddison.
The North London derby, Madders doesn't start. It's a damning indictment. And I agree. I think Tune is 100% right. I think that's what the future is holding for Spurs: Bergvall, Archie Gray, and Sarr. Because I actually was surprised to see our midfield three. If I was honest, I was surprised to see both Basuma and Sarr start with it and have Bergvall in the middle. I think for me, this is the issue I'm having also with Postecoglou is, and I've been saying it from time, the in-game management. So there are certain matches that you don't experiment in, and those are the big six. That is the first time that we played that midfield three. So of course they're gonna be tripping over each other. They haven't built a relationship. They haven't built a dynamic to see how this midfield three is gonna work. So already I was questioning. Then I was saying we need Cooley in the middle. We actually need him in the 8 or the 10. But because Brennan Johnson is so rubbish, we have to put Cooley out
Yeah.
on the right.
Yeah.
So in a way, Postecoglou shot himself in the foot. Kulusevski was not involved in this game at all. You can't have your best player out on the wing, not involved. The game was being played in the middle. Do you get what I'm saying? So it was just a hot mess. But yeah, Toon, I totally see what you're
I think you
saying.
guys should talk to Forest and do a player plus swap deal for Morgan Gibbs White. Madison, if he'll go to Forest, and the money. And
No chance, man. Look, they're ahead of us now.
I know exactly that's the problem. But I think
bro.
we've been talking about Morgan Gibbs White forever, but that's the kind of 8/10 Morgan Gibbs White. He can run with the ball, pass the ball. Madison is Özil like almost, and those kind of days for those type of 10s are almost over, unless you got really, really good solid. Unless you got a team that plays with a pivot of 2 6s, which Spurs definitely don't. So yeah, I think it's not a team that works for Madison, I think.
Go on, Yoms. Big up, man. What's going on?
What's good, lads?
Follow mid-table fathers, like brothers, both in the muds.
Yeah, like I always say with Spurs United, is who can be the shittest in the season.
But you man could go ahead of us tomorrow.
Deji, you still never say hello to me. What's going on with that, brother?
Young, I said hello. Sorry. I was caught in the moment.
Do you know what? That game today was one. I don't know what I watched today, but I was fully just what happened to Spurs? Because one thing you could always get with Spurs before was they will offer you a decent show. If they're gonna lose, they're gonna lose 5-3.
Swinging.
Do you know what I mean? And I thought that I actually kind of disagree when you talk about selection because
hey, the comment they left you know. He's not cheeky.
Man,
what's going on? Go on.
But yeah, so I can see why he left out Madders, because Madders ain't on that defensive duties. He ain't putting in that energy, that work rate. Do you see what I mean? And I think that's why he left out both Madders and Johnson, because going backwards, them guys ain't really offering anything. But yeah, I think you're right though. Kulu, I've never seen a player that the drop off is mad in positioning. If this guy's in the middle, he looks like a wonder kid, and then the moment you put him out wide, he's just washed. It's mad.
It's kind of similar with Gordon with us. So it depends, and I think Chelsea actually getting the same thing, where if you just have a winger on the touchline, having to, without really kind of anyone overlapping or not with the freedom to go in centrally, all he has is tasked with for the whole 90 minutes is try and beat your man. You can only oh gosh. You can only do that so many times. And sometimes people, for instance of Gordon, if he's just on that touchline, he gets frustrated. But if you put Lewis Hall doing runs in behind him, or you got Joe Linton joining in him, it's like his mind is freed up. I think it's the same thing with Kulu. If he's on the central line, if he's starting central, but he knows he can drift out wide, that's when you get the best out of him. that's where you kind of get things going that way. So I think maybe that's what it is. And yeah, like just
Yeah, it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to watch. It's like watching someone get beat up for 15 minutes. I just punch in the face after punch in the face, and it's like, ref, all right, man.
Well, like this, yeah. I might get a gun pop, bro. Hey, Stefan, what are you telling me, man? Like,
It's just who we are, man.
My just simple analysis is from our defensive blocks to the midfield, we were really, really good. In our in Spurs' box, we were a League Two side today. That game should have been 4-5-1. If we had Liverpool's forwards today, we would have won that game 5-6-1. The amount of times we won the ball in pretty much their own box and somehow didn't make the most obvious pass, like Sterling had 2 times, Havertz twice, Trossard screwed up a couple of times. So for me, I'm just glad that we won, because like the levels between the teams now, it's not even close. Like that game,
Oh, come on, Stefan.
it's not even close, man. Like the midfield in the first half,
Don't do that crap, bro.
it's not even. I mean, you are 19.
Look, look, I don't normally interrupt you, Stefan. And on a normal day, any given Sunday, I respect you as a brother.
Thank you, Dad.
Bro, like we were talking, us Spurs fans were talking yesterday about the fact that you should be able to open up that team. You're talking like you're surprised. Yeah, we offered nothing because we had nothing to offer. So don't be coming there talking about levels like you beat Tottenham's best team, bro. That was all we could offer today. You get me? You were just fortunate that you managed to win. You had to win.
You were fortunate.
Had you not won this game, you lot would have been fully dusty, bro. Let's be real. No one was expecting.
Okay, but we won the game. But we won the game, and for you to talk like this as if you're 13th, you're level with points with Crystal Palace. The levels between Arsenal and Spurs this season were 19 points ahead of you. How can I not? Just watching the game in the first half, Thomas Partey should have done after the first half a personal lecture with Bissouma and Sarr on how to play center mid, because he took the piss out of you guys completely, especially Bissouma. So it's not even close. Bergvall tried, but is raw. You can see that. Archie Gray also, I'll give him credit on that. But for all the hype that you guys love to give Kulu, all the hype, every single big game apart from Man City that I've watched this guy, he got bullied today by Miles Lewis-Skelly, an 18-year-old. If you guys had Miles Lewis-Skelly in your team, Jesus Christ, can you imagine some of the comparatives your fan base would be doing now? Miles Lewis-Skelly is the next Ashley Cole or some shit like that. So I mean,
oh gosh,
yeah, it's Levy's fault. I have said this before, Deji. I told you last season, you didn't want to listen. This manager is your worst ever manager in the Premier League era, and that's saying something because you were fucking atrocious in the 90s. He's a joke. The amount of times, if it wasn't for Arsenal's horrendous finishing today, Arsenal would have won this game 4-5-1. And the amount of times Arsenal passed through your midfield because you have no defensive structure and you're coached so badly is an absolute joke. You've got Everton away now. David Moyes Bowl, get ready. They're going to be pumping balls. They're going to be putting in crosses. Yeah, get ready because it's going to be rough. And
oh sheesh.
The final thing I'm going to say is I just checked the league table. Crystal Palace are now level on points with you guys. So if Crystal Palace wins and you guys don't win at Everton, you're going to be 15th. So yeah, all this talk about Man United, struggling with relegation, maybe we need to start talking about Spurs because it's getting. You have won. I checked from the possible last 27 points. You've won 5. That's worse than than relegation.
You know what the worst thing is about losing to an opponent is when that opponent is now concerned, concerned for your form.
Worried for your safety, bro.
It's a concern for your
Man,
safety.
man beat you up so bad, he's calling the ambulance.
He's like, "Are you okay?" Like,
He's calling the
I
ambulance.
hope you're not hemorrhaging. That's troubling, man.
No, I just because I came in late. Deji, can you give me an honest analysis of your midfield? That was a joke. That first half, did you even have a midfield?
I was as shocked as you were to see that midfield. For me, in a North London derby, that's not when you experiment with a midfield three that's never played together before. And then, it was just disjointed. You want Kulu, who you know has been awesome in the 10. He needs to be in the 10. Solanke didn't even touch the ball today. I don't think he touched it. Don't remember
He
seeing
tried to do an overhead
You know what I
kick.
mean? Apart from
I
that,
saw that. I saw that.
the whole thing was a mess. And I think for me, what the game confirmed is, Stefan, you're right. Postecoglou is a mug. Like, he's a prick. And he should get out of my club. Like, honestly. And anyone that backs this guy,
Sorry, go.
I got one question though, Dej.
Mm.
You still gonna do the treble?
So, can I be real? I do not like this manager. I want him out. But as you saw with the Liverpool game, he's crazy enough to get a result.
Guys, I'm telling you exactly what's going to happen. Levy is waiting for the PR excuse now, which was all of Spurs mania blames him for the League Cup loss in 2020 because he fired Mourinho 1 week. So Levy knows the PR and the image around that if he sacks Ange now. He has every right to sack Ange. The guy has a worse points per game tally than Christian Gross, who everybody from Spurs families takes the piss out of as their worst coach ever. Okay? He's going to wait for what happens with Liverpool. The moment you guys get knocked out by Liverpool, and let's say potentially get knocked out by Villa in the FA Cup away from home, he is gone the next day.
Yeah, of course.
He's gone.
That's the only thing keeping him in his job.
Yeah, he's gone. So Levy is just waiting for that so fans don't blame him again for, we would have won the League Cup if we had kept Mourinho. So Levy says, you know what, fuck you. I'm going to keep him. Let's stay 15th or 14th or whatever. And let's see if it's because of me always that we don't win League Cups and whatever and progress. So today was that performance today by Spurs, the way Arsenal dominated. I think Yom is being a bit harsh that it was like the men's team against the youth team. But in that first half, I mean, like Spurs couldn't get.
What the fuck?
Sorry, man. I have to bounce, but yeah. No,
that was spooky. Sorry, man. I don't know what's happening.
Guys,
Take care, Tej, man.
Peace, Dej.
God bless.
I don't think Ange's gone still.
You don't think Ange's gone?
No, I don't think he's
gone. He's not
No, I don't think
he's not gonna go until.
I think Stefan's called it right, bro. I think with that kind of trophy thing around his head, where he's still in 3 competitions, or 4 competitions technically, but 3 competitions meaning FA, League, and Europa. He's going to get more time because fans are still behind him. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And if the fans were against him, it'll be different. You know what I mean? He could get the chop. But where they're still on his side,
him, Ash? Can you explain that to
Arsenal, me? Like Jay said, it's a bad performance, but we move. Like
the reason why the fans are behind him.
Why?
When
somebody explain to me.
And this was me like back in Ten Hag this time last year, right?
I remember it like yesterday.
When a manager starts well, it's really hard to forget that, and then you start making excuses as to why it's not. Remember this time last year, Spurs were top of the league, bro.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, they weren't. They were top of the league after 10 games. They weren't top
of the league until January, right?
Yeah.
Were they?
They were top of the league till January.
No, Liverpool were top of the league in January. No,
it was
November.
There was a period of time they were doing well.
November.
There was a period of time.
It felt like January. It felt like January, but it was November. It was
say 10 odd games, right?
Yeah,
if a manager comes in and after 10 games he's top of the league, right? Mm-hmm. You're gonna be thinking, "Right, this manager's got something about
from 8th as well. From 8th,
yeah,
he finished. to
Yeah, top
first,
of the league, especially
and playing attacking football from
Yeah.
defensive football.
playing very
Yeah,
attractive
November,
football.
yeah.
It looked like the buys were all every single signing looked like it was working. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's really hard to then move away from that and say, it's the manager's fault when you've seen the manager do that. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why the fans will back him until it's literally like, I mean, United finished 8th. Like there is no manager at any other top club that is finishing 8th and keeping their job. Like you can't finish 8th at Real Madrid. You can't finish 8th at Liverpool, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. You're not keeping your job. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, like it's really hard to see a manager do that and then admit that the manager needs to go. Because you're looking for why. Why isn't he continuing to do that if he's done that for 10 games? Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why the fans still behind him.
If you take out that sample size, after those 10 games, have you read the stats of Ange and his record? It's absolutely shocking. It's they would be, if you take away those 10 games, since those 10 games, they would be currently, I think, 11th or 12th in the league, exactly where they are now.
Yeah.
So that's the realistic standpoint. They have lost more games in 2024, the year that just the year that passed, than they have won. They have conceded only for the second time in Premier League history over 60 goals. I read also another stat that for the first time in one calendar year, they conceded the lead first over 14 times. So they're the only team that conceded the lead 15 times. Some of his stats are absolutely horrendous. Like they're not even like, there's some sort of, and the funny thing is you say you can see the ray of the light for the first 10 games. They're getting worse, Yums. They're getting worse and worse and worse. If you look at the actual side this season, their start to this season, if you take just the sample size of 20 games, is worse than the sample size of 20, I think, points per game than the 28 games that were left after those first 10 games. So they're getting worse. And when he continues to use as injuries, Ash and me and everybody and all Spurs fans predicted it because of his style of play. They said, you're getting injuries with one game a week. You're going to have to change and manage. And he didn't listen. And you can see that with the players.
I mean, that's a fair assessment. I agree. I've always said that there's two things that happens with Spurs managers, right? They come in, they get backed for the first year, and then they don't get backed again. So we've seen this before, right? We've seen it with previous Spurs managers where they start off well, great summer, then it all starts going downhill because they're not backed again. I think the difference with Andres, it's hard to argue that he hasn't been backed. So yeah, I mean, it's the writings on the wall.
At the same time, I think success isn't like linear. And I'm kind of saying this because it kind of is a reflective of where Newcastle have been. Obviously, we went from when Eddie Howe took over, went from relegation to Champions League, and then the second year is when we struggled. We finished 7th, but we had crazy amount of injuries, and we had to make some structural differences. And now you kind of see the benefits of it now. And I just think, I don't think you can just overlook that. I think injuries make such a massive difference in terms of how you play. And people always say adapt your game and but what is that like specifically? How can you control a game without getting injuries? Like you have to have a Man City a level of average possession to be able to do that, and that's very difficult to do in games. And I just think you have to see out a process, and I think I had to, like, when we were kind of looking at Eddie Howe last year, where fans, even to this season's fans, were saying they, before we were winning 8 games, 9 games now in a row and stuff like that, people were going, Eddie Howe out, because they thought there was something fancier and more shinier out there. And I think you just have to have a kind of a comprehensive look at. I think the people that want Ange out don't want Ange in the first place. Like,
what was your worst like positioning on the table, by the way? Like
with who? With Eddie Howe?
I think it was 12th.
Like 12th, 13th. Like, what do you mean? Like before, like, obviously he took us when we were second from bottom. Do you mean like under him since he took? Yeah, about 12th, 13th.
Okay, 13th. And that was that like mid during his reign, or was at the start of his reign?
Yeah, so that was even this year. So this year we were like mid-table before we went on the run and stuff like that. That was again last year as well when we had the injuries as well.
We went down to 13th last season as well.
Yeah. So we had all of that, and then as slowly the players were coming back.
But he took you from, like you said, from where you was like pretty much quite low up.
Relegation, potential
From
relegation.
What do you mean from last
like,
year? Do you mean from last year, or do you
No,
mean
I'm saying from like I'm just
overall?
like you got to add some
Overall.
context. Because,
Yes, yeah.
Like I understand where you're 13th like this year, you're 13th last year, but before that there was like he took you from
Second
A to
from
B,
bottom.
second
Yes.
to bottom to into what was it,
To
mid
third.
table?
So that first year he took over in October, we went second from bottom to 11th. We finished 11th.
Right, okay. And then the following
The
season,
following year we had a 25-point swing, so we went from finishing with 49 points to 71 points. That doesn't happen every year. Then the following year we finished on 60 points, so a kind of a drop, and that's with the injuries that we had. This year we're heading into like 64, 68, I hope, kind of trajectory in terms of points.
Toon, if you continue, you're going to finish third. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I think Newcastle. I think Newcastle are my favorites to finish there.
Why?
I just want
to finish. Sorry, Stefan. Ash, were you leading with that? By the way, I just want to know.
No, I'm trying to like compare, like, because obviously you're comparing your journey to our journey.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Add a bit more nuance to where Eddie Howe's been, because he obviously took you lot from A to B.
Yes.
Which Ange did technically, because we were 8th and then he took us to 5th. But the difference is he took you the following season another gear up, and this second season for Ange, it hasn't gone another gear up.
The following he did, but that's what I'm saying, linear. So that takeover season is it's very hard to measure. It's kind of like
you're saying because you had the takeover.
We had that takeover. Everything
had an effect on.
It's like giving a kid who's drank water all of his life a fizzy pop. He just went bang. He just went mad for that like next 18 months, where we went from second from bottom to the Champions League. Then we had the settling in period, the third. His second and a half year, when we had those injuries, which is where I think you guys are at now. You've got the injuries, you're having this type of situation, and we've then had to make structural changes. We had to get a sporting director, we didn't, because Dan Ashworth, he went to the Devils, and look what happened there. And then we had to get James Bunce and everything else. So and now we've had this kind of change now. So I'm not saying it's exactly the same thing, but I just think like.
So are you saying stick with Ange?
I think stick with Ange to see the process through. Unless you feel like my only threshold for him, my only threshold for this is if he loses the changing room. If Ange loses the changing room, you have to get rid of him. But if he doesn't, hold on to him.
Dude, how can you say there's a process when this is their worst start? This is their worst start since 2008 under Juan de Ramos. When people will say, "Oh, they have."
We get that, but it's just you're saying it's part of the journey now.
It's part of the journey now. It's
like
accept that.
No, it's not.
Accept it.
It's not reached.
You're kind of talking. You're kind of talking from your bias, like you don't like them, kind of.
Biased, guys. You know what?
Oh, I'm saying like the London. I know you don't like them. We know you don't like them. Man.
Preach.
I you guys finished 8th 2 years in. I thought you'd understand what a process. You're describing progress when you're saying, under Juan Mara, whoever this guy, he did this A, B, and C. That was he did that. That's progress. Process is literally what you are doing in that journey. It's going to be ups, so there's going to be downs. It's not like a step forward or backwards. It's what you are evolving to. Remember, Tottenham were a totally different team before Ange came in. They were a counter-attacking team. They lost their identity for like 3-4 years with Conte, with everybody else.
Where they finished top 4 with Conte.
Progress, yes, progress.
Okay, progress. Okay, but. Toon, I would agree with you if there is clear. For example, you guys always give Arsenal.
Pick up Liam. Sorry.
No worry. Always give Arsenal as like the you need to be patient example.
No, I don't care about Arsenal. I'm just saying.
I know. But
from your bias, understand what they're going for.
Yeah, I'm the only guys. If I'm biased, I hope Tottenham give him a lifetime contract. I think he's an amazing coach. He's going to get them relegated next year. But.
No, in all seriousness, though, I hear where Stefan's coming from, because for me, but I just look at it differently. For me, I think with Ange, he just doesn't know how to play a different way. And I think that's when you don't know how to play a different way.
Yeah, but Ten Hag knew a different way to play, and look what happened to him.
No, Ten Hag.
See, but this is what
Ten Hag.
Before you go over to Ten Hag, listen, Toon said something that the one thing I didn't agree with Toon is I feel like you can manage injuries, like you can keep it to a minimum. I feel like that, especially when you've got a large amount of injuries like that. There's got to be something wrong with the training. There's got to be something wrong with it when there's a large amount.
Okay.
Wait. Because
so I feel like
are they getting injured in training, or are they getting injured on the pitch?
No. Wait.
But it could be in general, innit? It's like
I know this, guys.
Because like, wait, hold on, Stefan. Cool, cause it's like Klopp went through that. There was a moment of a lot of injuries because of the way he was playing. A lot of games, just chasing, running up and down. You get me? So there's that part. I agree with you as well. But I do feel like you can manage the games, personal training. I don't know.
Yeah, go on, Stefan. Go on.
Can I just ask, if you do a simple research on Ange Postecoglou and you look at his previous tenures, you look at his two most successful tenures, which were in Japan and in Celtic. In Japan, his first season, he finished 12th. Then, because they had the biggest budget in the league, they finished 12th because they had an injury crisis because of his training methods. He said the same things then. It's the first year.
Did he win any of those? Did he win any of those leagues?
Wait.
Can I say something? Did he win any of those leagues?
Now let him land. Let Stefan land. Go on. Finish your point. Go on.
We know where he's going.
But let him land it. Let him land it. Then come.
Second season, they won after spending the most. They signed I think it was 9 or 10 players from what I read. They won the league. Then the third season after they won the league, another injury crisis, and they finished 9th that season. And then he left to go to Celtic. At Celtic in his first season, they had such a severe injury crisis that they had literally no strikers at the club. The current strikers got injured, and the youth team striker that was supposed to come in also got injured. So they literally had no strikers for a period of time. So every single club he has been to has suffered from injury because of his lack of. Everybody knows he trains too hard. Everybody has said this, journalists, whatever. And then let's go to the most contemporary example, Mr. Sports Science Ange Postecoglou. Van de Ven and Romero haven't played for a month and a half. Let's throw them in when they're not fit against Chelsea. They both get injured, and they both get a recurrence of a worse injury that they previously had. And that's why Van de Ven has been out almost 2 months and is still not back, and Romero was also out for 2 months. That is on him. That is his lack of, just like you guys blame Arsenal and Arteta for the way they have managed Saka, and rightfully so, because Arsenal should have signed a replacement. I want you guys to have the same energy towards Ange. So not only he is a failure in every single department. The guy paid 50 million for Brennan Johnson, guys. Fucking hell. How is that not
I think sometimes, and I agree, I happen to agree with you, right? I think managers can manage injuries. Some managers manage injuries better than other managers. Some managers don't rotate enough. We're seeing it even at United now, right? Where the manager's saying,
See you guys. Thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt. See you guys. Thank you guys for having me. Yeah, to all of you guys.
Take it easy, Stefan. Take care.
It's pretty late, and I'm shattered.
Yeah, no, it's cool, bro.
Preach. Be worried. Preach.
Coming on.
Liverpool are choking.
He's running. You're running away from my comment.
You want to quickly?
This guy.
Gotcha, bitch. Trying to do a bitch slap on her.
We got the breather, man. We got space. But yeah, but don't. I think he just hates Spurs, innit? So
yeah,
he's gonna say.
At the same time, though, he does hate Spurs, but he makes some valid points. He makes some valid.
Now you got someone that hates Spurs even more.
Funny thing is, I don't know who's doing that music. I don't know if that's
Mr. Box Office TV.
I don't know if it's his entrance music.
Hit us with it, bro. Go on.
There's no drama here. There's no drama here.
It's gone. It's gone.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not going to get too hysterical about it because I told people during 2023 about this guy. The only thing I will say, I'm concerned. I was concerned before the match because we need to grind out results. I'm even more concerned right now because I'm sorry. Now I'm really concerned about our league position at the moment. Forget about cups. Forget about Europe. I'm very concerned. And the thing that's worrying me at the moment, why am I hearing our kids are more important than our experienced players when we need experienced players to step up right now? Because I think it just shows you right now that even the kids, maybe the young players were playing well, which is a bit of a worry for me that you're relying on young players who are very what is the word? I can't think of the word, but just very inept sometimes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But when you're in trouble, you need to grind out results. And I said this before the match. We needed to get at least a point out of this game, and then you got Everton, and I don't see where we're getting points. The only team I see where we're going to get points from is Leicester City, and that is bad. That is very, very bad.
You'll beat Everton. You'll beat Everton.
Well, no. I don't think Everton will grind out results.
Arsenal drew with Everton, isn't it?
Well, Everton will grind out results. Everton know where they are. I don't
And
think
Chelsea
Tottenham.
dropped points against Everton as well. Chelsea dropped points against Everton too.
So I don't think Tottenham actually know. I don't think Ange knows that he's in trouble. I see Man United. I see Amorim. He adapts. I saw Liverpool yesterday adapting. You know, I see Fulham adapting. Yeah, I see Kieran McKenna adapting. You know what I mean? I see managers adapting. This manager is just a PE teacher waiting, bro. I'm fed up with him. Yeah. The only reason why I don't sack him because I don't want Mason in charge. And the thing is that they've done a bad job replacing Paratici that I was criticising last year. We got Johan Lang, who's absolutely bang average as far as I'm concerned. So I want Paratici back. Work that one out. I thought Højbjerg was absolutely bang average. I wanted him gone, and now he's got even worse than Højbjerg. And I'll work that one again. So now I'm just worried that we're going to get somebody worse than bloody Ange Postecoglou, which is even more fascinating for this club as well. Because for me, I think it's quite clear what we need. We need a coach because we're not even getting a coach.
Isn't Poch still available?
Oh, bro, he's in America.
Born in the USA. Yeah, man.
But if this club had anything about them, just go into Europe and get a coach that can coach players, that can coach a team that know how to make players better. Kulusevski is absolutely useless. And the thing that's even more, that's matter. You got to love this one. I thought we looked better when Charlison went on because at least for Charlison, when he got the ball, he came to the wide and then put the ball in for Solanke, and Solanke's sitting there thinking, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm getting a cross in the box when I need it. I can't believe it." And that's for Charlison.
Did you just say Kulusevski is useless?
Oh no, I don't rate him. It's not his fault. You know what? It's not his fault because he's overplayed. He's overplayed. He's overplayed because of this manager. You know what I mean? Sorry. You know, Basuma, Sarr. I mean, I think Partey was there for the taking today because he was not looking like he wanted to run today.
Yeah, he didn't want to run.
Sarr went at him.
Right.
He went at him straight away, and he's like, "No, I don't fancy this. I don't fancy this at all." So there was a chance there. Arsenal weren't taking their chances, and we just had the chance. But the thing that Arsenal were doing, what Tottenham were doing, we're just doing it, passing it between each other, and it's all nice and pretty. Arsenal are actually doing it, and then putting a long ball, and it was good patterns of play. We were just like doing this, doing that, doing this. It's just, oh man, no.
Do you think that Spurs Did you see a difference between Spurs, the way we set up in the first half, compared to how we set up in the second half?
I didn't get his substitution in that half time. I didn't get it. I mean, especially putting Bergvall in a number as a defensive midfielder. It so needs experience in that midfield. It so needs. It needs it badly. And don't talk to me about Bentancur because Bentancur is not there. No disrespect because I know he's got a bad injury, but no disrespect. He is not that person. Basuma, not that person. So it's just clear to me. And our forward line, I told you about the forward line. What did Johnson do? Nothing. Yeah. What did Solanke do? Nothing until Richarlison came on. Someone crossed in the box. Actually, you know what? Even when what's his face, the left back,
Spence.
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 When Spence had a run in the first half when he got past his man, got a really
Crossed it
quick cross in, and
outside
then
of the boot.
Solanke just nearly got him. Gabriel did a really good tackle. That's what you
Mm.
need to do with Solanke. But
Yeah,
our manager just keeps on trying to make him a creator or something like that, and our strikers are useless. And Son did
invert them.
absolutely nothing other than the goal. Did
Mm.
What's
nothing.
happened to Son?
I think he's not a he needs to be up front, mate. He's not a wide player anymore. He's not a winger anymore.
Mm.
He
He
can't
needs to
do
play
that
close to the
dribbling all
goal.
that. He can't.
It's a bit like what Slot is done with Salah. Salah knows he knows Salah's not effective wide because he's 32. He wants to conserve his energy, use his energy a little bit different. So Salah doesn't hug the touchline always. You'll see Salah invert a lot more, play closer to the goal, play more like a supporting striker, or back in the day, you used to have SS on FIFA. You get
Yeah.
me? That's what Salah's
It's
doing
his
right now.
strengths. He plays to his strengths. He plays
But
to his strengths,
Son,
basically.
Yeah, let's
yeah,
track him
plays to
back
his
as
strengths.
well.
Do you know what I mean? When you're at a certain age, you need to play your older players a little bit different. And where Son's out wide against young fit fullbacks like Lewis Skelly, who's 18 years old, it's oh no, it wasn't against. He was against Timber. So even worse, Timber
Yeah, Timber's fucking
Timber
cold.
bodied him still. So yeah, it was just a mismatch. It was like the matchup was all wrong. And I said it before, like when Son comes short in our half in the build up, he ain't got the physicality, he ain't got the IQ either to like know
So,
when
so,
to kind of go on.
so why is it so mad then? Because it's not like Spurs haven't been spending dough. Like you men have been spending money. So where is it? Like this is why I'm saying this is why I don't
Profiles,
understand the whole Ange needs to
age
stay
as
narrative.
well. Age, we bought a lot of youngsters. If you realized, we bought Archie Gray, young. You know what I'm saying? We've just got this young keeper in 21. You know what I'm saying? Kinky blinders, yeah? Young man, you get me? Who else have we got? We've got Bergval.
Archie.
Bergval, 18 years old. Another youngster. Do you understand?
So
Why?
so
Everyone's
is so
asking,
is it so is it Ange? I don't know the makeup of Spurs, yeah, in terms of like the influence that
the
sporting directors,
DNA.
this kind of stuff have, right? But is it Ange making the wrong buys, or is it the
No,
club making the wrong
I just think he's not making the wrong buys. I think they've just bought the wrong sort of players. Well, yeah, maybe you're right, but but the problem I have with it is that he didn't believe in the youngsters before because he weren't playing them. He weren't playing them whatsoever. But because he's absolutely tired out our squad because he kept on playing the same team mainly, we've got injuries because of him. Because it's because of him. Because most of these injuries are because of him. Yeah, and
Mhm.
and now he's playing the youngsters that he was completely ignoring, just playing them in Europe, right? And now you're seeing what's going on right now. Okay, Pora, I'm surprised he hasn't got injured yet. I'm surprised Kulusevski's not got injured yet. I'm surprised because he's kept on playing him, right? He loves Timo Werner, which was his signing, by the way. I don't care what anybody else says to me because I've heard some rumours in the grapevine that he wanted him at Celtic. Yeah, and he kept him on against bloody. He kept him on the FA Cup when he was absolutely bang average. Yeah, when he should have kept on Mikey Moore, who was doing more in his whole lifetime than Timo Werner was doing, just sitting there doing nothing. And I'll tell you what, for a fact, yeah, this is what's even more sadder. Yeah, I think we actually missed Timo Werner because at least Timo Werner was actually bloody run at the bloody player, and that says a lot because I don't even like the player. I wanted him out the door a long time ago. You know what I mean?
Hey,
But
what's it called what's it called when a manager gets a cut of the deal of a
yeah,
transfer?
well,
Like a bomb
he's
deal.
getting
I said,
back.
let's call it a
And
bomb
by the
deal.
way,
Bung, brown envelopes.
I'm hearing that he's gonna get another forward in. No, to hell I want him to get another forward in because look at the forwards he's got in. Solomon, he brought in Kulusevski, who I still don't rate. Solanke's not really all that. Let's be honest here, right? Timo Werner, don't need to say anymore. Johnson, that below average Raheem Sterling. You know what I mean? Sorry, bye bye. Sorry, the guy doesn't. He's got no eye for talent whatsoever.
Bit
I'm
harsh on
sorry.
Solanke though. Bit harsh on Solanke. Solanke's doing well, man. He's surprised.
Solanke and Kulu.
He's okay, bruv. He's okay, bruv. He's not setting the world alight. I gotta be honest. You know what I mean? I need an arrogant striker he's got a bit of wit about him. You know what I mean? You know, because I've got too many nice guys at my club rooms. You know what I mean? You know, well, you know, you should know. You got some. I know you got some mates of yours that have got some arrogance about them. You look like that sort of guy. You know what I mean? Take that as a compliment, bruv. You know what I mean? That like the ladies. You know what I mean? You know, do the nice guys get any ladies? No, they don't. They don't, bruv. They feel they sit in the sideline. You know what I mean? They sit on the sidelines. You know what I mean? You know, nice guys always finish last. That's why we get no trophies. You know what I mean? So that's all I need to say, man. I'm fed up with this bloody idiot of a manager, bruv. I had enough of him. You've got a good, better coach than our coach, bruv, and he's only been here 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Sorry, man. Back to
So,
somebody to make
Lions,
themselves known.
The North London Derby does it again. You know.
It
So
was.
now, go on.
Yeah, go on, Ash. Go on.
No, yeah, you go on. You go first. Go on.
I was only going to say that I know that we haven't got too many Arsenal's yet, but if I would imagine had they lost this game, Arsenal, this would have been a terrible week for them, cup wise, league wise, and everything. So I think they must be very relieved. We are relieved. Have they cut down the lead, Liverpool's lead now to 4 points?
Yeah, they have.
And Liverpool still got a game in hand.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, but they have to win it, and it's against Everton. It's against Everton. So, like, I remember Arsenal had at one point a game in hand, and they never won their game in hand. I think it might have been last season they had a game in hand or something, and they didn't win it. And like, yeah, so it's about the points that are on the board, in my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Liverpool actually play Arsenal further down in the line, like closer towards, I think, the last 8 or something like that.
Third game,
last game of the season.
third to last game, yeah.
Yeah, so
They
there you
badly
go.
need a striker, by the way. They badly need a striker at Arsenal.
At Anfield.
Arsenal badly need a striker, though, man. They badly need a striker.
Yeah, if they had a striker in that game, oh my lord! Because
Sterling is terrible. Sterling really struggled.
Headering it straight at the keeper. I was like, bro, like, what are you doing? He's straight at the keeper.
He's had a rough week though. His wife been death threats and everything, man.
Hear what
I'm not surprised they're looking for another midfielder because Partey looks washed, bruv.
Yeah,
he looks washed.
Because
as soon as Saar was like, as soon as Bergvall was looking at him, like he was just like, no, he's not having it.
You know what? I actually think that was the play. I think that was the plan, that we're gonna just outrun them in midfield.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and I felt like what he tried to do was like absorb the pressure and then hit them on a counter attack, and then between Saar and Bergvall, they were gonna get the ball, run with it. Do you know what I mean? In possession, Kulusevski out wide. He's meant to be like the target man almost, and so is Solanke in it. So when we go direct, when the keeper's got the ball, he can go direct to them. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you've got the runners off them, or the second balls. You know, when Arsenal have the ball, Bergvall presses,
win the second ball,
then Saar presses, and that was meant to be. But Arsenal are so slick in possession, as I was saying before. The way they interchange midfielders, they always got behind our midfield press. And then it just looked like, wow, where's our midfield? Where's our team? They were just playing through us every time. Too easy.
And you got to give it look, I think he's slightly overrated in terms of like he's compared to fucking some of the best players that the Prem's seen. But I think you've got to give Odegaard and Rice ratings for how they control.
But that's the sort of midfielders you need. That's the sort of midfielders you need. You see what I'm saying? Rice takes the control of the midfield, and Odegaard is what Bergvall's not. You know what I
But
mean?
what you
He's
see
got
how
composure. He's got composure on the ball, and when you've got when the team's up against it, he'll keep possession of the ball, which is exactly what we
Yeah,
need.
Odegaard literally never loses the ball. It's mad.
Never
He
loses
he
it.
just keeps
Never.
the ball ticking. That's the
Mm.
thing, slowly. You know what I mean? Bergval has got it in him, but he needs experience next to him because he's too rash.
I
Luckily,
actually,
the referee was so lenient on him because he did a stupid challenge on I think it was Havertz or something like that when
yeah,
he
he did.
lost the ball.
You
And
know what's
this is the
funny?
thing.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, go
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
no, you know what's funny? Yeah, I know you didn't rate those substitutions. Yeah, the first half we had 33% of the ball, which doesn't matter how much possession we have, but I just felt like we were defending a lot and we didn't really offer much in terms of like counter attack, in terms of like big chances. We didn't really create that many big chances to justify not having the ball if we're going to do that counter attacking style. Second half, we saw a little bit more of the ball and we had a little bit more control, I felt. And Bergvall was actually in the six. And I felt when we were playing out from the back, he looked a little bit safer in possession. And then what he offered, which Basuma didn't offer, is when he had the ball, he was able to drive up the pitch and kind of bring the team with him. That's what I saw. I could be wrong, but that's what
He
I
did that
thought about
against us.
Bergvall.
He did that against us as
But
well.
but I do agree with box office. I still think he needs experience with him, and I think that was the wrong move by Postecoglou by playing two youngsters together with Basuma, who, like at the start of the season, let's face it, was doing up balloons, bro. Them man was doing popping balloons and playing drums like in the changing room. You know what I'm saying?
It's controlling the tempo. It's controlling the tempo. You're not going to learn that, right? When you're 18 years old, you're not going to know it. You know what I mean? Only special players do it. But for some reason, because Andrew's got this thing about him in his head saying, well, I know what need to do because I've won it before, because I've done it at Japan and done it all these things. Like he's trying to reinvent the wheels. This is Ben Kaufman from the coffee shop saying, by the way, it's not my saying, so I've
It
got to
doesn't
give it
matter. It
credit to
doesn't matter.
somebody. You know what I mean? I've got to
Go
give
on.
it to somebody that said what they're saying. You know what I mean? But like he's trying to reinvent the wheel, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like I said, you see Liverpool against Nottingham Forest, you see a tight defence, right? What do? They adapt and get, do little tweaks, right? Put players in good positions and change the formation a little bit. And look, they nearly won the game, And that is a manager knowing his players, coaching his players. I'm hearing now people are saying he don't know his players. He's had 18 months. 18 months.
Yeah,
I'm
you know what?
sorry.
You're right. I feel like he doesn't really know his best team. It's kind of crazy because I still think in that second half, just going back to my point, that Bergvall and Madison in possession looked a lot safer with it. You know how you guys were complimenting Rice and Odegaard when they're on the ball, when playing out from the back? The team just ticks over nicely. Do you know what I'm saying? I felt when Madison was in possession, he didn't look like he was going to lose it, not once, even though he wasn't doing mad stuff with it. He wasn't influencing the game that much.
Because he's not
Between
deep
him,
enough, bruv. He's not. He's
yeah,
not. He's not in the final third. That's the thing. That's where he should be there. He should be there. He should either be left on the width or should be number 10. That's the thing. We got too many of a similar place. He wants the same midfielder. He wants Sorry to interrupt you, but he
no,
wants
cool.
everyone doing the same things. Yeah,
The,
a
the,
midfielder that can do everything. And it's just you need to coach that, bro. And he don't coach. He can't coach.
I think
That's the bloody point.
the problem for me is like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because I look at Newcastle. Newcastle's got a nice blend, nice balance. Liverpool, nice blend, nice balance. Even like Manchester United are starting to figure out what works in that kind of midfield area. In terms of maybe like a Maino and a Garte, they're trying to get the best out of both of them. With Spurs, it's like we've got a couple athletes, physical types, legs, energy. You know what I mean, and that's what a manager wants. But then at the same time, you want players that are technically safe with it. So when you're trying to get out of press, like you're trying to have press resistance midfielders where you can beat a press and then you can set your attack up, not lose it, get turned over, and then all of a sudden, that team puts pressure on you, the momentum swings, and then all of a sudden, because I felt like in the first half we just couldn't get out. They had us pinned, bruv, like a high school bully. You know, like give me your lunch money,
I think,
give me your chain. You know what I'm saying? That's
but
my
also,
lunch, boy.
And it
And I
was
just
too.
there like that. Get
Did-
me. Feet off in
but
the air,
like
dangling.
you
You know
got,
when your feet are dangling like that. You know what I'm saying?
you got to remember, like you are wounded right now as well. You are wounded animals. So, because like
Arsenal
what,
knew that. They smelt the blood.
yeah, and this is what I'm saying. Yeah, the result didn't like represent that they smelt blood. Now, how I see it is, my thing is, I feel that Arsenal is shaky at home. I say shaky. I use that word, shaky. A better team, I mean, they could have lost that game, 2-0. Like you lot ran through the middle of their midfield quite a few times. There was quite a few runs where they wasn't getting Spurs weren't getting challenged, and then so I think something like Aston Villa, which I'm hoping now, will make better decisions in those areas. Like you lot made poor decisions in those areas. Certain passes was going back again, or you lose the ball, take on two players. There's a lot of that going on there. So this is my honest belief. I do feel Arsenal shaky at home, and a better team, definitely a different result, or definitely would have got punished more.
So you think they dropped points against Villa on the weekend? And is what you're saying?
I'm going to be real and honest and consistent, and I will say this: I hope they drop points against Villa. I do hope. That's what I want. I want to see that, and I feel like.
Oh, is it more of a hope than is it more of a hope / belief than?
I don't want to be hypocritical because they've just won. No matter what we say, they've just won. They've got the 3 points. The momentum's with them in it. So
I think they dropped points.
Yeah, but I can feel
I think they will.
there's an element that I reckon it can happen just because of like the Newcastle game. Like I feel like a team that's better. Like so, I agree with Stefan with the levels thing. Get me a team that are closer in levels. I feel like there was a few things I was thinking like, wow, pass forward, running into space, slowing down. So I think like a team that makes better decisions could punish them. So I think Villa could get something out of it, hopefully.
All right, so what? FaZe, do you think, you man are still in the title challenge then? Do you know what I'm saying? After that performance, after that result, and obviously you might get a striker. You're looking obviously for a little striker. So do you think that could help to change your season potentially? Because you're 4 points now. You've closed the gap on Liverpool. Liverpool fans that are saying they're hoping that you mess up against Villa. Do you think they feel the pressure?
Me personally, expectations lead to disappointment in it. So I'm not really looking that far ahead because the first what was it? The first title charge, I believed, man.
So
what one was it? The first or the second? Remember when Reece Nelson scored against Bournemouth?
So FaZe, when you get home at night and you switch on the light, you have no expectations of the light will switch on. Like you're like, it could be off today. Like there's no expectations like for the light to switch. What I'm trying to say is that you've got to have some expectations. I'm sure you do.
Nah, I've wasted too much. I don't know.
I know.
Yeah, man. It's just it's painful. It's
He's
painful,
flipped
man.
the switch before. Is what he said. He flipped the switch before, and the light didn't turn on.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Well done. Well done. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
He's like, oh.
And it hurts, bro. When we were shit, this stuff, it makes it. Like when you're in the hunt for things, it makes it a bit more painful. Do you know what I mean? It actually does. Like last day of the season and you ain't got it. It just makes it more painful, bro. Before when we were shit, I could just enjoy the wins a bit more. I could be Deji. Like when you win against City and you're in there, you're giving it big bollocks. You got a cat sitting in your lap and you spin around on your chair. You got a big cigar because those things matter. But when you're going for things, this don't really mean much. It's the end of the season that dictates it. Pause, but. Mathematically as possible, do I have do I have entire faith I'm going to be childish enough and put my own imaginary standards on the team and put myself out on a whim and say, yes, we are, considering I haven't seen us do it for 20 odd years.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Can I just say something here? You see what Faye's just done there, yeah? That's the equivalent of me not giving you the answer to if we're going to win the
Oh
league.
no! Oh no!
It's a deliberate experience what you're saying, bro. It's
Yeah.
equivalent. It's like, bro, I've been there before, bro. It's tiring, you know. Time, Klopp, you don't laugh at me, but Klopp quit, bro.
Yeah, for real.
It's
He's a quitter.
tiring, bro.
He's a quitter.
Bro. It's the energy, bro. It's tiring.
It's draining,
City,
man.
bro, City. So you're just like,
He's a quitter.
oh, yeah, you're just like, yeah, I'm not bothered now. He's gone. That's how it goes. You get me, like, you get me. Shankly done the same thing. Paisley had a great time. You get me, so you get me. Hopefully, but I'm just saying, you get me. It's tiring, bro. So it's like you're not trying to force us to be that, and it's like, no, it's not like.
No,
So-
but according to you two, like no one's winning the league. Innit?
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not.
No, you have it.
It's not you know what it is? It's just. You know what it is?
You asking for a number? No, you asking for a number.
No, but it's true. It's true.
No, man. I did it before, and they said, "Oh, bro."
But this is
The last one I asked them, they said, "I'm ugly," and I'm like, "So you ask her a number?"
But Bingo, this is what the difference is, though. At least if we're gonna make a decision of whether we can ask her for a number, it's actually based on what we do. Like, you know what I mean? If I've got enough game, I might can pull this off. But me coming here with my big Johnny Big Bollocks and telling you that I'm gonna get the number, when if I do, it's based on the next 11 man and a subs bench with no attackers and bare inch. Like, I wish I'm not even a fully religious man like that. I'm a bit scared I make a mistake. I just ain't got that much faith. I ain't got that much faith, my boys.
Chinks. You don't ask for a number now. You just ask for the Instagram, isn't it? That's the thing now, isn't it?
That's a nice,
Honestly, I don't know where we're going with this, man. Honestly.
That's a nice.
Yeah.
The manager went somewhere else. I don't know. Does that mean like I don't know? Nottingham Forest are going to win the league or something? I don't know.
No,
Well, I might have to get a Forest fan on this still.
You have to. You might have to. You might
They
have
might
to.
have more
Wolfie.
chest. They might have more
Wolfie.
chest than everyone. You get me?
and it's an inexperience. You know what I mean? It's
And I think
inexperience.
you have to be, what I think you have to be careful of those that can reverberate to the players if the fans kind of have this kind of view. Because I remember when we were talking about Chelsea, and Chelsea were like in that title race, still are, but even more so. What was it, a month ago? And they talked themselves out of it. I don't know if you saw the interview with Madueke. They asked him, "Oh, you're in the title race," and he was like, "No, fam, what's that? What's a title race?"
But we've already
I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah." Okay, so shall it be. So shall it be,
listen.
my friend. And now they're like, "Ooh, we might not get top 4. Oh, you want? So you do want a top 4, but you do you know what I mean? So you have to.
No, but you see what it is experience as well in their team. Because if you are
No, but that's what
Virgil, what does Virgil do? Virgil game by game.
Yeah, but just
There's a way
say
to
that.
do it.
Don't say
There's a way to do
like
it.
you
Like,
don't even know what a title race is. Like you can't be so scared of pressure and expectation. You got to be a
it's
man.
not-
Like you got to grow
it's
some
not
hairs
that.
on your chest and say, yes, today I'm gonna pay the bills. I'm gonna go out and work. I'm gonna do all this and that. You're gonna have to take your.
you already, but Toon, you already know. It's not every month you're like, yes, I'm gonna pay the bills. You telling me every month you're like, yes, I'm gonna pay those bills.
Yeah.
We've been there
Pay
before.
those bills, bro. You've
Okay,
never
if
done
you
that.
don't, somebody else will. If you
Bruv,
don't, somebody else
no,
will.
I don't. You're telling me you would put all your life savings, even in the future, if we could ever, that someone has said every month of their time, yeah, I'm happy, even just for a calendar year financially. You're telling me every one of those months they were like, yes, I'm gonna pay those bills. You know, it's like, bro, December and January.
No, you're talking about the outcome. I'm talking about an expectancy, a willingness to take
bruv,
on
you
the
know,
responsibility.
bruv,
Some people don't even want to get up out of bed.
If we're talking
to
financial year, bruv, if we're talking financial year, in April, you're looking at December and January. Yeah, December is
Madueke.
Christmas and New Year's, and January is like 2
Madueke
months.
said he doesn't even know what a title race is. You guys have to see this interview. That's beyond saying, "Oh, I don't know if I'm going to achieve." You're talking about whether you can achieve it or not. I'm saying, do you have at least that expectancy of yourself to say, I can do this. Like, this is something that I can take on the
Yeah,
responsibility."
that's where they
Madueke
get.
said, he
That's
literally
where
went
we
like
do.
this. He said, "Nah, fam, man, don't know what."
Tune, are you finishing third?
So my expectancy for Newcastle this season is 64 to 68 points. And they're meeting that trajectory. Absolutely. My expectancy for Newcastle for domestic trophies was semi-finals and finals. We're meeting that expectancy. I was saying that when I was 13th in the league. So
That don't make it right, though. Does it though?
Talk your ish,
that's
man.
not
Talk your ish too.
it's not a right or wrong. But I happen to come from the same era of when Man United were dominant, when Chelsea were dominant, Liverpool a little bit, not so much dominance now, but the fans had it, the players had it, the club had it, and it all reverberates into one. Arsenal as well, but now it's like I've been in like on some channels where. And I can say because people said it publicly, they're like, the team's going through a downturn and they just like falling apart. And they're like, I just need my club to make me happy. I'm like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Like, you support a big team, a big club. It's like nobody wants it. And that's how the teams are playing. Liverpool aren't taking the game by the scruff on the neck. Chelsea are talking their way out of it. I don't know who the third team would be. Man City. This is why Man City win the league. Because Man City were getting accused of turning the league into a farmers league. But it turns out that it's not that hard to win the league. Because nobody wants it.
That's
Nobody wants Man
Because the
City.
quality of the league is not that great.
Yeah,
The
but that's
quality
it.
is
I would
that
say
great.
that's. You telling me Liverpool don't want it?
Preach.
Well,
You're
I
doing a
think it's
360
quite
here.
clear.
Do you want the
No,
league?
no, no, no. What I'm saying, no.
You just
Listen,
give me a whole.
Wanting it and
no, but
expectations are two
you
different things.
You just gave me this
you
whole
keep
thing about.
ignoring. No, but
That's
Toon, I
what
think
Faye
you
said.
keep ignoring.
I'm like,
Toon, you keep ignoring the experience element of this
oh mate,
thing. Like
do
you
you
just
want to win the league or
like
not? I don't
no,
understand.
but listen. You keep ignoring the experience of this. Yeah, like I'm not saying what we're doing is wrong. Because once again, which you don't like me saying, we win things, we win trophies in it. So I'm not saying what we're doing is wrong. I'm just saying that there's an experience in it. Like I've been there before, fam. So you keep forgetting that part and that element. You get me? Because I
What's
could
it
do
called,
what.
preach? Do you want expectancy and responsibility? Do you want to be called a big club? Like, I don't understand. You can't have it both
And we
ways.
all no, but you can't.
Liverpool are a big
Are
club.
you telling me? Yeah, you could. You're going. Do you want to be called a big club? You can't take that away, fam. If
Liverpool.
With
we've
being
been
called a
win,
big
we
club
win things. That's what
comes
I'm
what?
saying.
All right,
Expectancy.
all right. Answer me
We've
this,
already
guys.
done that though.
Boom.
We've done that. So you can't
Exactly.
say
Who's winning?
no.
All
So
right,
you
wait,
can't
wait,
say
wait.
what comes with it when we are it.
I hear that. But guys, who's winning the Carabao Cup? I want to know.
Arsenal.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets to the final and Postecoglou. The problem is
Jeez,
at the
everyone's
moment.
putting the name in the hat, yeah?
No,
Aye.
no, no, no.
Come
I'm,
on,
I'm,
carry
I'm
on,
being
carry
honest.
on.
I'm being honest. The only problem I have at the moment is that Liverpool got to get they've got to get through that defense easily, man. You got what I'm saying. But the thing is, though, they're making such a big deal about when our players are coming back.
When's
God
the
help
second?
us.
Where's the second leg?
It's in
First of
February, I
February?
think. February.
2nd of February? 1st of February?
Yeah,
And where is it?
Anfield.
Anfield.
Yo, he's a bastard. He knew exactly what you were saying.
Listen. I'm
He knew
not. Listen.
already.
Hold on, hold on.
Listen.
Hey,
I've
one,
got no.
before you move on though, you
I've
see what
got
this
no
happened. You
chance.
see what this happened there, Toon. You see what this happened there though, and then you want us to do that. But you see
Yeah,
what this happened
listen. I'm not saying. Listen. I've got no love for this
They
manager.
laugh at you when you tell them your dreams, and then they respect you.
there.
Bro,
They respect you when you achieve them.
I've got no love for this manager. I've got no love for this manager, yeah. But the problem is, yeah, this is why I don't rate this manager because he's got no flipping tactics whatsoever, yeah. Because he's even frauding himself, yeah.
Are you
Right?
going to win the Carabao Cup?
Because we played what is it on the counter,
He's
yeah,
getting there. He's getting there.
against no, just listen to me, yeah. We played on the counter against Liverpool, right? We played defensive against Liverpool, yeah. Then the manager says, "Oh, you adapted today, didn't you?" No, I didn't. The players didn't want to do it because they were too tired. So I'm like, oh bloody hell, you're still not getting it, innit? So like, he might still try and play this Ange ball, whatever rubbish he wants to do against Liverpool at Anfield. So I'm like,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say it don't matter. It don't matter what Ange does at Anfield.
yeah, I
It don't
agree
matter.
with you. I agree with you. But I've
It's
seen
a
worse.
semi-final to get through to a final, and I think was it Jose that said football heritage?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
Yums.
Some
I
clubs just know
remember.
how to do it.
Yums, I remember 2 months ago, and I remember we had a big old stream about this. When Tottenham and Man United were lined up for the quarterfinal, you, before Amorim even took the helm, said, "Ah, yeah, we're through." And I said to you, "How can you just say that?" And you said the same thing.
But
Heritage.
Jim, you can't have
You
it
said
both
it's
ways.
Spurs.
You said that I have to say it
You
with
said it's
chest.
Spurs. Huh?
You can't have it both ways. You said I have to say it with chest,
Yeah.
so I said it with chest.
I didn't
You
say
said,
you
do you
have
want
to
it or not? Do you
say-
have the expectation or not? I had the expectation. Do you get what I'm saying? But I can't legislate. I can't legislate for corners going in directly from a corner. I can't. There's nothing I can speak.
yeah. Is that what I'm still doing? You know,
You can't speak on that.
yeah.
Corners going
twice,
in from
twice
corners.
in 2
That's
weeks.
not
You know,
okay. Do you get what I'm
Don't
saying?
worry,
But
play you again. We'll play
But,
you again
but
one more time.
Liverpool should finish us off. Yes, they should. They
yeah,
should finish us off.
and
But
United versus Spurs and Liverpool versus Spurs at Anfield is two completely different ball games. Right?
yeah, I agree with you, Yums. But the thing is, though, Liverpool have to finish us off because they need to
Win
go.
the
They
game.
need to
Win
go
the
out
game.
there and score their chances. You know what I
But
mean?
yeah,
Because they didn't really do. Because I was there at the game, and I've got to be honest. You had a few chances, half chances, but really you didn't really,
but Mr. Box,
trouble us. You know what I mean?
you're gonna go to the final though. You're still gonna make it to the final though, right? That's how you started
Well,
off.
we could do it. We could do it because I didn't even think that we're going to win against Liverpool at home.
Yeah.
But it's just the way that we play. Like I said,
You just don't know what Spurs is
the
going to
players
do.
decided to be more defensive and just go on the counter and do long balls. And long balls did trouble you. They did trouble you. You know what I mean? And if we do what we did on last time against you, it could be a game. But I don't know what to expect from Tottenham anymore.
So do you
But
think?
that's our best chance at a trophy because for some reason Tottenham fans think we've got a chance in Europa League, which I've got no idea why. No idea why we think we've got a chance in Europa League because you know what I mean.
Do you think if Spurs have their players back here, Van der Ven, Romero, you know what I mean,
He's rubbing his beard. Do you think?
Vicario, do you think Edge goes back to this high line?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Because Romero has been absolutely.
He's rolling it up and smoking it. That's how high
Romero be absolutely. Romero go back to type because he's been crap this season, right? And listen, I don't even care if we get our players back because Romero hasn't been playing well this season anyway,
Yeah, true.
right? Doji hasn't been playing well this season. Spencer's
Fact.
been better than him all
Fact.
season this season. You know what I mean, right? Van der Ven, I wonder if his hamstring is going to tick again. You know what I mean? Because he's going to be trying to save our asses every single time. You know what I mean? I'm not being funny. Even though I praised for Charlison, I'm not missing him. I'm not missing the below average Shane Long, German Shane Long, Timo Werner. You know what I mean?
See the whole squad, man.
was good,
Might as
though.
well just say, it'd be easier just to say the players you like, fam.
Is that? I mean, yeah. You say it right. I make you right, Big Cooch. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know, but I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect from Tottenham. You know what I mean? So. But the concern for me is at the moment we might be getting Europa League. We might do well in the Carabao Cup, but at the moment I'm worried about the league at the moment because I don't know when we're going to win again, and I'm concerned about our position because we are not grinding out results.
Do you not think box office is right to have concerns about Everton or Spurs fans overreacting at the moment? Obviously, because
you man are overreacting, man. You man are overreacting, bro. This is what happens with Spurs. You have a shit 2-3 weeks, you have a good week. You have a shit 2-3 weeks, you have a good week. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is what happens. And then when you have a good week again, like, you man will be winning the treble again.
Wait.
You might have to just lower your expectations.
You're wrong. This is where you're wrong, right? This man is lost more than he's won. Yeah,
no.
he's got the worst
True.
record. No,
True.
listen. Let this sink in. Let this
Listen.
sink in. This is from Football Heritage TV. Sava, by the way, not mine. But he's
No,
put
but
it on
don't
the
worry
head.
about his club.
Right,
Just talk
right.
just
Right.
football, man.
The fact. No, because I've got to acknowledge the people that
You know,
made that
go on, bro.
statement.
Go on. You're on
The
the run,
point
man.
is,
You're on the
yeah,
run.
he's worse than Christian Gross. Worse than Christian Gross.
Yo,
Even worse than
yo,
bloody Nuno.
yo.
Yeah.
Yo,
And we look how long he lasted. So I'm sorry, I'm not going
Nuno
over
was
the
only
top. I
17
was
games.
always right about this
Nuno
guy.
could do with
Your
it.
manager, your coach is better than our coach, better than our PE teacher of a manager, right? He doesn't make players better. He don't make players better, and don't even get me started on Kulusevski because he ain't got better, right? He ain't got better, right? He's making Madison worse, right? He's giving us injuries for free, hamstring injuries for free. Right? He doesn't adapt.
Right.
Right? What did you do against Liverpool? You adapted. Yeah? You tweaked things. You did a formation change. Yeah? Rather than just doing nothing. And look what you did. You got a 2-2 draw. At least your manager knows that he needs to grind out results. Yeah? My manager still thinks he's on
This is
holiday
Captain
still.
Fan's problem. You're always looking at other clubs. This is always your problem. Look at your manager; is better than our manager. This is how you guys failed when you left from Pochettino and you went to Conte. Then you wanted Chelsea star, you wanted Conte, you wanted Marino. And you forgot about who you were. Now you're looking at an Amarim who's only played like I don't know how many games. You almost correct me, 10 games or so. Oh, but your manager can do this and your manager can do that. He's also lost games today. We made it pretty look real easy at Old Trafford. So I think this is the thing where you guys,
Easy. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
Getting
Slow
way
down.
too big
You
for
see
your
what
boots.
happens when new money comes.
I haven't
And
seen
Never
that.
too big for the
these
boot.
men start digging at the chest. Like,
I've been real
These
humble.
times 12 on my feet.
Hey,
I'm just trying to help him.
guys, can I just let Toon Tactics just dig a hole for himself first so I can come back to him? Yeah,
I think
go on, Toon Tactics.
part of the problem is you guys being called in the Big Six and being pulled into the Big Six of clubs who actually win trophies, and you're always getting dunked on because you don't win trophies, and you're always looking, and because you've gone into that.
Nah, man. Nah. Sorry, too, man. Sorry, too. Nah, man. Ashton
Cheeks,
box
let him
office.
dig a hole for himself.
No,
Let
but
him
they
dig a
don't.
hole for himself.
No,
Let
but
him
they
dig a
don't.
hole.
It's Deji and Jay who deserve this. It's not you two. You two are
No,
logical
but
people. You lot don't deserve this.
Are we still going to
Cheeks,
win the Carabao Cup?
Cheeks. Let him dig a hole for himself and let the main event then come back to him. You know what I mean? I'm letting him dig a hole for himself because he's digging a hole for himself at the
No, it's
moment.
making sense
Oh,
still.
go on, Two Tactics. I need to hear this. I need to hear this because I've got the receipts here. The receipts are here right now. You know what I mean? The receipts are here right now for you. You know what I mean?
You keep
Because you want to chase the Mr. Main event, yeah? At
you've been forced
12:29
you've been
in the
forced
evening.
to
Come on
compare
now,
yourselves.
give me what you want to
You've
give.
been forced to compare yourself to clubs you have no business comparing yourselves to. And as a result of that, you've lost your identity of who you were in the first place. How are you looking at Amarim? Amarim hasn't done anything. You went to Jose, you went to Conte when you were playing incredible football before. All you had to do was if you didn't like Pochettino, get a manager in the same type of profile and continue to move on where you were. But you looked at Chelsea, you saw the trophies, and you said, if we could splash a little bit of Marino and Tottenham, we can be like Chelsea. You're ignoring your own manager and the type of play you're looking at. You're looking at Amarim, who hasn't even done anything just yet. And I'm only using Amarim because that's who you pointed out to, Mr. Box Office. And I think just looking at other clubs, constantly comparing yourselves to clubs who are in a different process than you, different stages than you, are bigger than you, like 2-3 times the size of yourselves. You keep comparing yourselves to them, and that's what keeps on hurting you as a fan base. You can't even see your own process. You can't even see your own progress. Even if you have it or you don't have it, you just all you're seeing is like death everywhere. You're in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. You're still in Europe. Like you can turn things around, but you look at your own club and you just think it's just garbage. You even wish your own club to lose against Man City last year just so Arsenal don't win it. You're like that twin, and Arsenal fans don't even take you seriously anymore. They don't even see you as rivals or competitors. They're like, why are you sticking on to us? Your season is what makes your season is their failure. Why would you hate your club so much that you'd wish like you see like you stick yourselves onto clubs like Arsenal all the time? Like
I don't even know whether this is like one of those motivational speeches or whether this is burial, bruv. I don't.
It's a bit of both, like, isn't it? It's a bit of both, like. It's like it's irritating to
It was funny.
to keep on seeing it.
It was
I
funny.
just need to come back at Toon Tactics his points that are absolutely nonsense, by the way. Firstly,
The question
saying
was,
that
are you going to win the Carabao Cup? And you went on a long journey to say maybe. You went.
I said maybe, yeah, because I
Like, I
don't,
wish I didn't
I
have to
think
bounce, but I do, man. So
we
I
could
say
not,
please.
but I don't believe in this
Take care,
manager. No, I
Yoms.
don't, because the thing is, you're telling me that I need to see this process. What is the process, Toon Tactics?
You don't need to do
What is
anything.
the process?
It's your
Tell me what
club.
the
You
process
figure
is.
it out.
Well, but no, you tell me what the process is. Right, because I've been waiting for that process
Lower
since
your
2008, the
expectations.
last time we won the trophy, bro.
That's the whole point. Exactly what Big Preach said. Lower your expectations.
No.
You don't want to lower.
I've got no expectations. The point I'm saying is, what is the process? What is the process?
Start
As
thinking
Because
a,
I
like a
still
top
don't know
10
where this
team.
process is, right?
Start
And
thinking
the
like a
thing is,
top
you
10
mentioned
team.
about Pochettino. Yeah, when he got sacked, right? And I got it on record saying that on one show when I did my thing on the first thing I done on on YouTube ever, right? I said it was the biggest mistake of Tottenham Hotspur's history getting in Jose Mourinho. That was a time when I said that it was that I was done with this club. Yeah, that's when my breaking point was done.
That's
Yeah,
been done for a
I was
lot. That's a long
always
time
right,
ago.
by the way. Right, I was always right because what do we do after we got to the cup final? We sacked him. Yeah, because we bought the Champions Leagues, and I knew that straight away. Yeah, we've not looked back since. Yeah, so I don't know what nonsense you just said, by the way. And then you're saying to me, "Oh, I need to believe in the process. We comparing ourselves to other managers." No, I'm not comparing myself to other teams. No, I'm not. I'm just saying that we've got a manager that we should be getting a coaching because we're better with coaches. Because look at the record. Martin Yole, we did okay. Yeah, we got sacked after a long time ago. He done well with our club. Harry Redknapp, yeah, he wasn't coach, but he got lots of coaches under him that were better than him, that could help our club develop. Yeah, we did well with him and Pochettino. So I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You know what I mean? I'm been complaining because I want a coach at my club. Yeah, I want a Marco Silva. Yeah, I want a Kieran McKenna. Yeah, I want an Areola. Yeah, I think there are better coaches than this guy all day, every single day, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're telling me this guy only plays one way and that's it. He's had 18 months. He had one game a week last season. I'm seeing more from your manager than my manager all day long, bro. At least your manager adapts. And he had injuries.
Eddie
He's
Howe's
got
good though,
injuries because of
man.
him.
Eddie Howe's good.
Eddie
That's what
Howe
he's
is
saying.
a good coach. He's a very good coach. You have Pochettino as your manager, you'll get wound up. And most of your players will get injuries. I'll
We did
give
have
you
injuries.
any time of the day
We
that
had
he
more
will
injuries
give you
than you
loads of
last
injuries
season. We
because the
did have
way he
injuries.
plays.
We did have injuries. We
Yeah,
had
but
10
at
plus
least he
players
adapts
out.
now, bruv. He adapts, bruv, man.
It depends which fans you ask. We have fans that like you have who look on other teams and say, but you see, if their man just lost this amount of games, Eddie Howe would have been sacked by now. That's what they were saying 8-9 games ago. Now you got some people like walking around with their tails between their legs saying, I know I said that he should be sacked, but you know what? He's really turned things around today, I believe him in again. That happens all the time. That happens all the time. But if you understand, if you're the fan, it depends what fan you are. If you back Andrew Postecoglou and you can see the process in your club from an outsider's perspective, if I'm looking at Tottenham, I always reference the Pochettino era because that's the best football you played.
But what is he so good? What is so sim about him and Pochettino,
I'm
bro?
not saying it might not be Ange. Like you're fixated on Ange. I'm fixated on the club in terms of what Tottenham are doing.
Style of
Like in terms
football.
of in terms of the football, in terms of the club. I kind of see it from outside the perspective. You're trying to regain your identity. There's a reason why you went from from Conte to Ange. You're trying to get attacking football. It doesn't have to be Ange. It can be another attacking coach. Like it could be Areola. It could be Herzler from Brighton. God help us. It could be anybody. But that's what
It's
that's
got
what
to
I
be
think is the
embedded into the club.
main. Yeah, and you're not going to get it right straight away. When people inherit when we got Eddie Howe, they're still comparing him to Mark Hughes to this day. Like, at least you got a coach. You are some Toon fans. They're cussing him. When we're losing, they're cussing him. Say, what kind of a coach is he? Da, 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 da. When
A
Eddie
coach
Howe,
that makes players better,
but
bro.
people
Look at
don't
what he's
care
done
when
with
they're
Joel
losing.
Edson.
When people are
Yeah,
losing, they don't care
Yeah,
who
right.
yeah, I
who
know that,
makes them
bro. But at
better.
least you're seeing progress with your club, bro. Because at
Yes,
least you've
because
got players.
I am
Because
seeing the
you've got
progress.
players.
That's the key
Because
part.
you've got a manager that improves players. Joel
Yeah,
Linton's
but we don't.
is a
But he's
prime
trying to say, but
example.
you're not listening.
Who
He's saying,
has he not improved? Who's he
but he's
improved?
saying no. But what he's saying is, yeah, the attacking element has been embedded into your club. Because when he said that,
No,
I
it's
thought,
not been.
like, no,
But
wait,
that is
hold
not
on, allow
attacking
it, allow it,
football.
allow it, allow it, allow it, allow it, allow it. It is attacking football. It's
No, it's
definitely
not attacking football. No, Peach, don't chat
You're not
rubbish to me,
playing.
bruv.
Come on.
No,
Let him
don't
say
I
chat
it.
know you're
rubbish to
being.
me, bruv.
Like,
Don't chat rubbish to me, bruv.
So you
He's
playing
not
defensive.
attacking football, bruv. That is not attacking football.
So what is it?
Right?
Defensive.
Sorry,
what
but
is it like?
that is
Defensive
just
football. It's definitely not defensive.
kamikaze
What is
football,
it?
bro.
Defensive.
That is
What
not.
is it
It's not,
then?
bro. That is kamikaze football. I'm sorry. Bro,
Kamikaze
the
meaning
only
like
reason
Yeah,
why, the
attacking.
only
You want
reason
yeah.
to
why
All right.
you lot are twerking
So, all
for
right, but
our
listen,
club,
yo,
the
all right, cool, cool,
only
cool, cool,
reason
cool, cool.
why
No,
you are
no, twerk,
twerking
no,
for our
twerking.
club.
No, no,
Sorry,
twerk.
preach. But this is where you got
No,
to
no,
learn
no,
some
no, no,
lessons.
stop, because you did have a nice monologue
Preach
still.
had 3
No, no,
words. Like he only said 3 words. Like let him finish like the
Yeah,
sentence.
yeah, because I feel the same. Cause it makes me think of Brendan Rodgers. We done the same thing. Like we brought him in because we needed to change it up a bit. Like Benitez was making us kind of more defensive, two anchor man, all of that kind of stuff. You get me? So we bought in Brendan Rodgers. It was a risk. You get me? He's not experienced, but the style of play was in there. He got close, whatever you want to say, SAS. You get me? Like, and then we brought in better. You get me? In with the attacking mentality already in the team. So that experience of Klopp made it better. So I get what Toon's saying. Like, maybe you do have to sack him at some point and getting another one coach that does attacking, but at least it's embedded in your club. That's the thought process. Like the academy players, that's what they're going to be thinking. Like, all right,
what youth players has he used? What youth
no, you're
players
not.
has he
No,
used?
you're not. Bro, I'm not doing this again.
No. Because you said it. You just said it now. So based on what youth players has he used?
Fam, I never said
He
anything
had
about
more
I
players.
love
using
this.
them.
I love this because you get
Fam, I never
rivals
said any,
like
bro. I
yourselves
never said. I'm not doing it.
tactics. No, come on, two tactics. No, come on, Breach. Because what youth players has he used?
Come on.
Come on. No, sorry. I love this. I absolutely love this. Tell me what youth players he's used.
Yeah, but
Come on,
Hey,
Preach,
tell me.
Bro, you didn't just hear the last
you're just
thing
not
I said.
listening to anything. Like you're just
You
like
didn't hear
like
it, yeah.
fine. You don't see it. Like Mr. What's up is.
No, you
I'm not.
tell me what youth
Like
players. What
you're
youth
not
players he's
here.
used.
Yeah, but look, you're not even here to be.
Bro, I support
We're not
Liverpool.
here.
I don't.
We're not here to change your mind about it. If you feel about it, fine. Like I don't care. Like honestly, I've beaten your club twice this season. This is the second time in 3 years. I don't give a monkeys, bruv. You're acting like I care, bruv. My team scored 5 goals in 20 minutes against you. Like what? Like
Yeah,
you're
what would
telling
you?
me, like
I'll
you're
give
here.
you. I
No,
gave you.
no, you're telling me. You're
Tim's
telling
had
me.
enough.
You're telling me I'm twerking. Like what am I twerking for? Like I have no reason to twerk. I'm just me. I'm just trying to be what's the word? Objective. Like you just had Stefan. He hates Tottenham. So no matter what good you put in front of him about Tottenham are doing, he's like, nah. How can you even say that? It's garbage. It's garbage. Like Ash made one point about we were top until January. Nah, it was December. Who
There's a
gives a
man.
monkeys, bruv? Like there was a period that they were good. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't care. Like me and Preach, we're just trying to be objective about what we see. Like if you don't agree with it, or there's small parts you don't agree with, fine. Like it does. I gain nothing from it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to see. Okay, if they're not stupid, if Ange isn't stupid, if Levy isn't stupid, what are they trying to do? Maybe unsuccessfully, but what are they trying to do? I think they're trying to bring back a level of attacking football into your club with young players. They're doing it unsuccessfully thus far, but that's what I can see them trying to do. That's the bottom line of it. Like that's it. And when you're saying what attacking football, like if you can't see that Tottenham are playing
I've
attacking
been there.
football.
I've been there, and it's not attacking
Okay,
football. That is
okay,
not attacking football.
okay. We'll end it on this. Let's have a vote. Preach, Ash, everybody, raise your hand if Tottenham play attacking football. You've been outvoted, my brother.
Yeah, they're
Like,
attacking. It's attacking
it's
football.
attacking, mate.
Do
The
you know
problem
what
is,
it is?
it's
Wait,
too
hold on.
attacking. That's
Yeah,
all.
He's right. The kamikaze thing is right because
That's why you call it
it's the
kamikaze.
opposite. It's the opposite of what we do because we get annoyed. Like our attacks take so long to build up. Everybody gets back to their
Frigid
low
football.
block. Do you get what I mean? But you lot, and this is what I don't want because I've had Wenger that because our football is beautiful, the ball,
Yeah.
but that that flowing free flow football and all stuff.
Perfect
But as you
final
said,
pass.
it turns into a basketball game, and that's what
That's the point.
I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that. I've got trauma of that. Like I've drawn 3-3 with Reading. Like you know what I mean? Like,
It's not even
scared
attacking
of that.
football, Chinks. It's not even attacking football. But this is the thing. I was expecting this because I've heard this from Chinks. I've heard this from Toon Tactics. Yeah, saying all about our club, saying, "Oh, we need to be patient." All this nonsense,
You do
and I'm
though.
like,
Like you got no choice. You got no choice. but to be patient.
no. And I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. Better coaches can do something in 18 months. Pochettino didn't need to take 18 months to get to know his players. He got the best out of them, right? And we were going up like this.
Like they
With
came
this
But
manager,
this
since
is why it
the
goes. This
first
is
10
why it goes
games
back
has
to
gone
teams
downhill.
saying.
It's
It
gone
goes back
downhill.
to
We all have
teams
to be
saying
patient.
you thinking you're this top 6 stuff. It goes back to that.
And
You
But
see
I've
that
never,
Forest.
but
You
I've never
see
really.
Forest.
You're talking
You
to the
see
one
Forest
person.
right now. No, I'm saying, see Forest right now. Yeah,
yeah, for
they're
real.
enjoying their football.
Exactly.
They're loving it because they're not used to all of this. They understand.
Mm,
They're like, bro, we should be like 10th. Really, you get me? Like that's how they feel.
facts.
So they're enjoying it. So once you start realizing that, yeah, this is where we are, you most probably start getting that, and then you start enjoying it. When you get 5th and 4th again, it's gonna be like, yeah, that's a good season.
It's got nothing to do with that, bro. It's got nothing to do with that. I don't know where you're getting this from. You're talking to the wrong person, bruv. I don't rate my team. I've never really rated my team anywhere in the first place. But the point is I've got my fan base lapping it up. Like I told people in the summer, right? Our transfer window was terrible. We were getting fans saying that we're going to get second, right, in the league, getting top 4.
Some teams had a great transfer window and
So I don't
nothing
know where
happened. You
this
get me?
nonsense is. This nonsense is like, you know what I mean? Because I don't think we're top 6. I said at the beginning of the season I predicted 7th or 8th. So I don't know where
So
we're
what
saying. Oh, I think
so
we're a top 6 club. I think they're a top 6 club. No, I don't think they're a top 6 club.
injuries don't play a part.
No, don't start phase. You're gonna.
No, boy. I'm sorry. Let's start. No, I've had enough of this fan base making an injury. Yeah, let's not make these excuses about injuries. Yeah, right. Our best defender has been Ben Davis. Right, Ben Davis. Yeah, right. That sums it all up. Let that
So do you
sink
think?
in.
So do you think that because what my understanding is because of course no one wants to be 13th and all that shit or wherever you lot are and all that I understand that in it, but there was a period last season when he first came in. I know you described it as a new manager bounce and stuff like that, and nobody else agreed with you. And I thought what you said made sense in it, but that the fact he's done it before, he had a period of games when he looked very good when he had all of his players, and you lot were actually playing well. Like, does that not give you no faith or no hope or nothing for him?
Oh,
Like,
I've never had faith in this manager.
if he had the right because his style of play, because you see how you say you want someone who's versatile. Ten Hag was versatile. The style he played at Man U wasn't the style he played with Ajax, and the players he had at Man U couldn't do that style. So he adapted and changed it. But then I don't know if that would give him any guarantee of being successful, even if he had the players to adopt that style of play. So you don't even think that it's possibly if Ange had the players that could play the style of play he wanted to do, you still don't have any faith of him considering he's done it prior.
Well, if he's had 18 months and he hasn't adapted, the
Yeah,
only
but
reason why he's adapted is because the players have got tired and they decided to just adapt themselves.
he's made slight tweaks though. He's not still gung ho though, is he?
That's the only reason why, Bob. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. This is
So
too
any-
late now, Bob.
so any adaptation
He's
you
going to be
see-
here to the end of the season. He's going to be here to the end of the season anyway. For me, anyway. But it's like the point is because the thing is though he's getting back because he's not got sacked by now because the stats don't look good for this guy.
Right, let me ask
It's
a question.
worse
Let
than
me
much
ask a
manager,
question.
Bob.
Let me
By the
ask-
way, I
let
think
me,
Newcastle can win the Carabao
me,
Cup. To your question,
hold on,
Hank,
let me hold
I
on,
think
hold on a
Newcastle
second.
can win it.
Hold on a second here. Do you
Nice
think?
try though, Tunes. By the way, love you.
No,
though,
wait,
bro.
hold on a second. Do you think any manager, where we are at the moment, do you think any manager can save us where we are right now?
Depends
I'll
about
take.
what you mean by saving. Like, do you mean like top
Sam,
six?
Sam Allardyce, is that what we're talking?
No, but secretly, yeah.
Where are you looking? Where are you
Big
looking
up
to?
on
Like,
the
when you mean
streets.
save, to be like finish in Europe? What are you looking to?
Well,
What do you mean?
Finish in Europe, possibly, because technically we're having to play every
Fred Davis
team
is injured. It's crazy.
again. Effectively, Arsenal, we've already played them twice, so we ain't going to see them again. Do you know what I'm saying? And then who is it? Newcastle, we've played twice, and we ain't going to see you guys again either.
Lucky for
But
you.
essentially,
Yo,
we've got to play
tune.
everyone else again.
Told you,
If we were to get rid of Ange, not you, box office, I know your opinion, but if Ange was to get sacked tonight and a new manager came in, do you reckon a new manager could get more out of this current squad at the moment? Because I
Doesn't
think that's what
guarantee nothing.
box office TV is saying. I think that's what his argument is, because he's saying
No,
this guy is not a coach where he can,
Ask Man
you
United.
know, because there's times in the game
Ask
when you're like,
Man United. Ask Man United.
what
Ask
does
Man
that
United
mean?
that question. Well, he's taken over towards the middle of the season. They're still 13th.
Mm.
They're still 13th. They lost to Wolves 2-0. They had some other. They lost to Ipswich in his first game.
no, but I still,
I
hear
know
you.
what you're saying. That's exactly the point you're gonna make, Preach. Like, he's halfway. He's still a good coach. Like,
No, I was
yeah,
gonna
go on.
say, I'm saying like like his job is just switching it all around, isn't it? Like, so for example, that's why he didn't come to Liverpool, because he was saying, I'm gonna
Oh,
be changing it
philosophy.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was 100%, and we were like, we can't afford that. We need someone who can continue the project.
Mm.
So Man United was in the place where it's like, do you know what? We're so like low down, like we might as well.
We
So
might
we'll
as well
back
just.
you and switch it all around. You get me? But I
But
think
that's
with
good. It's
Spurs,
that though, isn't it? Is that where you're at, Ash?
Really should. Really.
No,
Is that,
I kind of hear what Preacher's saying, because I
I
think
think with Spurs, I think
Amarim's not the style that he wanted to go for. You understand? And for Amarim's system to work, they have to get rid of a bag of players. Whereas if Ange goes and they were to bring another attacking manager in, then he's kind of continuing what Ange is doing, but he might be able to tactically tweak things a little bit better. Because there was times in the game when I'm like, Bergval's on the ball, and I'm like, bro, stay on your feet. Do you understand? And he was close to Ange, and I'm like, coaching staff, say something, because he's inexperienced, he's a kid, and he needs to be. Basuma ain't saying nothing. He's just like on vibes. You get me? He's just on his own world.
I was going to say, Ash,
can I
if
just
you
chime
could,
in?
well, 1 second, Ash, if you could, you see the game against Liverpool, yeah?
Yeah.
If you could play like that for the rest of the season, would you take that?
The game against Liverpool.
Pause.
Yeah. So Liverpool, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, when we won you, we beat you 1-0. Yeah. So
would you take that level of performance, that tactic, for the like, knowing that, yeah, you know what, we might not be winning 3-2, we'll win more 1-0s than we would win 3-2s.
Yeah, no, I would, because
right, and this is what I'm saying. That's all a new manager has to do, bro. Is go a little bit more defensive, bro. Make sure you're winning more even if it's 1-0, it's more games.
Yeah,
you lot will be happy.
You know, because you know what it is. It's a time and place. Managing what we have at the moment. If you got no Mickey Van de Ven, no Romero,
no. But what I'm saying, you didn't have them. You didn't have all of these guys against Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the reason why.
Most of the games against Man City as well when we won 4-0.
Yeah.
So that was the blueprint. That was the blueprint. But he doesn't want to do that, Preach. He doesn't want to do that, Preach.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I get it, yeah. But that's all. That's like all a new manager needs to do is just be a little bit more defensive. So he could do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's there. Yeah. You don't want to do it.
But
hey, I don't
box
know.
office is saying Ange ain't doing that. That's what he's saying. I hear what you're saying. You're saying a new manager will come in and he'll play a little bit more safe. But box office is saying that Ange ain't doing that, because he came out in a press conference and actually he said, they actually asked him, they said, oh, so have you adapted the way you're playing? And he was like, no, I haven't changed. And it was after
the ones that do adapt and it doesn't go so well get grilled. You get me?
It works both ways.
And you lose faith as well. Yeah.
Even Southgate was changing according to what people were saying.
So what happened to Ten Hag as well? He changed
it up. So
Yeah, but
But it
listen. I think the thing is though, a manager's just got to be a little bit more clever. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just got to do it. And it goes back to what you said. You said that Bergvall was going past the touchline where And was, right? And no one was coaching him. And I can tell you why the coach is not saying anything. Is because And is saying he's not listening to the coaches. The coaches are telling him he needs to adapt. He ain't listening to them. I've been heard. I've got on a good grapevine because I've got my sources. Yeah, someone's told me right that the coaches are not listening to, and they're saying
What
he
adapt to
needs
what?
to
When you
adapt.
say adapt to what? Because like
Well, adapt his tactics because they're saying we're getting overrun.
basically like like Pep, how Pep's super open and Pep's like, right, you know what? I haven't got the legs in the midfield to play the way I want
My
to.
sources.
He needs to adapt something. And so his coaches, his backroom staff are probably addressing that to him. Apparently, the box
I
office,
thought you meant
according
I
to
thought
the
you were talking about the
sources,
player directly. So.
according to box office sources, the coaches are like looking at it and are like, yo, brother, you might want to, you know what I'm saying? Because we're
Who's
getting
your,
paid
Are
for it.
the
who's your
players?
sources? Who's your sources, man?
He
Well,
can't say,
Nah, you have to start
obviously.
saying, man. That's
No,
not
man,
fair,
you
man.
can't expose the thing you get. Like, these man
That's
there.
like saying, oh,
No,
I
man, you
test.
can't expose
That's
the pattern, fam.
my sources is like saying I test now. You know what I mean? You can just say anything you want and blame it on your sources. That's not fair, man.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not
but if
fair.
you've got the link, bro, if you've got the link and I'm saying raw,
No,
hey,
actually, not.
take me to your link, bro. Take me to your link. You ain't gonna take me to your link.
You ain't
Get
got
me.
no link then. You ain't got no link.
Ah, no,
Listen.
you might have the pattern. Suppose that man gives you a square now. I'll give you a square, bro. And I'm like, raw, I don't want to work. Like, hey, take me to your link. You're the middleman. I don't want to get to you. Yeah, take
So
me to your link.
do you think you guys can get to the Carabao final? Do you guys think you can get to the Carabao final?
it could happen. To tactics, it could happen. But I
So it
just,
could be a
I,
Newcastle
but
Spurs Carabao final.
it could happen. But I mean, the thing is, I don't know what to expect anymore. The only thing I'm really concerned about is the league at the moment because I'm very concerned. The cups are covering up our bad form in the league, and we really are in trouble this season because we need to start grinding out results. And
Yeah, but
I
so
don't think this manager is just going to do it.
would you rather be us then? Because we're at the cups and our season's over and our manager's shit
You're not
and
out the
he's
cups.
a failure.
It's
He's
still in the
Brendan
League Cup.
Rodgers. No, but you know what I mean? Because the grass is always greener, and I think this is what the problem is. Because before you've had the steady Eddie guy, where it's no pun intended, not trying to have a shot at Mr. Howe because I respect him highly. But like before, when you had Mourinho, the Contes, and all these people that would steady on, and you weren't in 15th or 13th in these places, that wasn't enough. And then we wanted this new attacking style, like, do you get what I'm saying? And now you're getting the attacking style, and then because I see shades of like they've come like what Angie's doing, I feel is better for the long run, but I think the fans don't care about the long run because it hurts and it's embarrassing right now. Do you get what I mean? Because the style of play that he's adapting is a top team. We're better than everybody. We turn up and Wenger was it. I don't care about what them man do. We just need to do what we're doing better, and that will get us over the line. And there's going to be some periods because the players might not be capable of doing it. But this Ange thing, I think, is genuinely better in the long run for Spurs because you're going to have more players that are going to be able to do it. You're going to have more youth players that are used to the style of play. And then it's going to all be like what's the word? It's like a progression where your youth players are getting built into a way because you have a style of play to walk them into the first team.
Chinks.
At the moment, it's a bit discombobulated.
But Cheats, my point is though, Chinks, I don't think you're getting it.
How was it cheats?
Chinks.
No, man, it's in cheeks, you know.
Chinks. I don't think you're getting it. I don't.
Yeah, we need more youth
Sorry
players.
if I misspelled your name, mate.
No,
Sorry.
it's
Don't
good,
worry
man.
about that, man.
It's not about the whole thing about the long term now. I don't see the deal breaker for me is with this coach because the thing is though he's getting back now. Yeah, the reason why I couldn't back the manager in the first place because I thought when we go for a bad run, I want to see what Daniel Levy does. Now I'm seeing having gone a bad run at the moment. Daniel Levy is backing him because the record don't look good with this guy. Right, but the main thing is, and I've noticed this in March last year when I said this on a stream, I said this guy's not a coach. No one's improved. So how am I basing it on? He had loads of opportunities to
Hold on,
bring
Bob,
in.
just 1 minute though. Is that factual, Ash? Has no one improved?
It's a debate.
I don't watch you. I don't watch you lot as
There's a
much as you
debate. No,
guys.
no,
But
no. There's a debate. So most fans will say, not most fans, a lot of fans will say Kulizeski's improved, but box office would disagree with that because Kulizeski was playing in this position in the midfield at was it
Palmer.
Palmer? Yeah, it was at
Palmer.
Palmer in Serie A.
But improved from when as well, though.
And then
Davis is
at
improved apparently.
Juventus. Ben Davies, he's been a steady Eddie, but you know,
Spence, think about it. Spence was non-existent before under Conte.
Yeah, but let's be honest here.
Spence could be one. I could say that's fair.
The only reason why he got in the side, Spence, is because of injuries. Spence has been available to him for so long now.
Yeah, he didn't
So
want to play him.
long now.
Maybe he
want to
weren't
play
ready
him.
though. Maybe he weren't ready, and he didn't.
No, bro,
Yeah,
he's
he's
ready.
playing,
He
but
was
he is
ready.
playing
He was
better
ready.
though. He is playing better
He's
though.
playing
Bro,
better.
he's ready. He's ready. No, I'm
Sometimes
sorry.
you
No,
can only
But
get your
to be
chance
fair,
when
box
someone
office,
got
Conte
injured.
didn't want to play him either. Conte didn't want to play him.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
He went across loan, and
You make a
you know
good
what I'm
point there.
saying. So I don't know if he was on like immature vibes. You know what I'm saying. I don't know if he was doing up like smoke and he was just raving and partying and all that type of stuff and going up tape and popping bottles and in the background doing balloons. No, because he's young. He's a young kid. Yeah, I'm saying doing up balloons and them thing there. We don't know, innit? I'm just speculating.
But listen. Just sorry to interrupt you, bro. By the way, you should be subscribing to this channel. By the way, Spurs Kings TV. By the way, and should be liking the stream. By the way, yeah, acknowledging the people. Chinks, my boy Chinks, my boy Big Preach. Even though he twerks for Pots for Hoglu, and even the other one is tactics. Even though he's a very good presenter, by the way, and you should be subscribing to his channel.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It's criminal. It's criminal. No one watches this guy, yeah. Right, because I saw that he's got on the football terrace and he actually schooled Terry Flewers. Yeah, so like, come on now, should be acknowledging the one.
Exactly, big preachers.
I call them the one, you know, like hey Obi-Wan, you know.
Who was on the terrace? Who was on the terrace?
The presenter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's clipped. I haven't seen it, but I saw something. I saw something on it anyway.
Man, in the spliff, you know.
But this is Toon Klatz's claim to fame. But anyway, moving on. But the fact is, yeah, right. Spence playing well. I think he's doing it to spite Ange Postecoglou. I think he's actually doing it to spite him because I don't think it's anything to do with Postecoglou. I don't think it's anything to do. Anything to do with him. I think he's sitting there thinking, "You've ignored me for so long."
Hey, fam, you should just support the local.
No, bro. It's the main.
What league they're in, bro. Don't worry the local one, bro. Even if it's the Sunday.
Big preach. Listen. You need to take some lessons off this the main event. You need to take some lessons off the main event.
You said Spence is now doing it in spite. He's playing well now.
Yeah, no, but he's doing to spite this. He's doing to spite.
But you see how you're lacking objectivity. Yeah. He said the same thing about adaptation. He goes, "I've seen adaptation, but it's not because of Postecoglou. So the players do it themselves. So any good he sees, it's nothing to do with Ange."
He's
even a broken clock is right twice.
He said it himself. He said it himself, though. He said it himself.
You see this guy here, yeah? I feel like the only person I don't think's had an argument with Stefan, you know, bro. You two are just Mr. Box Office, bro. I feel like you two just agree on things, you, bro. You see, because you kind of get on my nerves because you make Stefan like he starts talking all serious and work like proper, like all of a sudden he's got sense when you start talking about failure and Tottenham, how bad Tottenham is.
Yeah, then he aligns.
He's got bare sense, and I'm like, why do you not do this?
Bro, like, I leave you
talking about how bad Tottenham is, and
they are bad.
Yeah, I agree, and then you're like agreeing, and then Stefan's making sense, and I'm like, what are you not doing, man?
Holding each other's hands and the dancing around together, like
It's Big Preacher secret Tottenham fan here because the way he's going on, it's like he's getting really hurt now, man. I'm saying something bad about Tottenham, man. You know what I mean? Come on now. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, there's no deflection tactics or nothing. You just agree with him, and he just calls.
Just roll off. Just rolls over.
Yeah,
it's all love. It's all love, Big Preacher. Anyway,
I know it's love. I know it's love.
Roll over. Wait a minute.
When you're agreeing with Steph, you got to know something.
You got to check yourself. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
There's not bro, facts. There's not a conversation you can have that this guy don't know everything about. And I'm just like, bro, you could talk about Grimsby. He'll have an in-depth viewpoint of what's wrong with them and how to sort it out.
Grimsby,
like,
bro.
Yeah, bro. And I don't know how. There's not a single topic that this guy doesn't have all the analysis and the correct perspective on. and I wish I had that time.
One thing I like is that I know my comments will never get aired because of Stefan. I know.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
guaranteed.
This guy's up
You
for
know,
an
you know,
argument.
you know.
He's up for an argument at any hour of the day. He'll
I know
jump,
he's still watching now. You know, he's like, "Yo, guys, I got to bed. I'm too tired." But I know he's watching
He's
under the
lying.
comments.
bro.
Like,
Bro,
what's
He's
it?
lying. He's lying.
He'll jump. He'll jump off his woman to have an argument with you in the chat. I'm telling you, he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
He would jump off his
He'll jump off
Yeah,
his
that's
woman. I'm
wild,
telling
bro.
you, he's always ready for it. Yeah.
You have to respect it, though. You have to respect it. Like, for the
No,
club, man.
facts. You have to have the
Yeah.
energy.
But you man don't understand, fam. He's lucky he's an Arsenal fan, fam.
I load on him. Pause.
Because FaZe would have murdered him, bruv. You don't understand. He was bruv.
Hey, please with a
I'm telling you, bruv, I've seen it. Fam, I've seen it. I know a Man United fan like that, and he was murdering him. Chelsea fan, he crashed out. Yeah, I say Stefan,
I
you're
saw that one
lucky,
as well.
fam.
I saw that one. I was like, oh my word.
He's lucky, you know. He's lucky.
It's not that I agree with him. It's just that at the moment, the thing is though. At the same time, I'm not the most popular Tottenham fan in the YouTube sphere. You know that as well as anyone, asthmatic. So you know what I mean. It's not. Like, I've just been honest. I'm not like Tottenham since Pochettino left. I was a happy clapper from then. You know what I mean. So. But if you watch Mr. Box Office TV, I've told you why I can't back this manager. I did a show on it.
Mr. Box Office,
So-
have you got any footage of you like when you like in
No, I
those
haven't got
days?
any footage. No, unfortunately, no. I wasn't on YouTube then. No, unfortunately, no.
Because that would have been
But
interesting to see.
But
When you was in the
like I
positive
said,
line.
it's like
When he was happy.
Oh, you know
I
that
was
Mashi,
defending
you
the
know
club. I
that
didn't
Mashi
like
album where it's like, oh, when my dad lost his smile. You know, you see a black man when they mature, they don't have a smile no more. It would be nice to see Box Office with a smile, you know.
But I mean, I purposely didn't go on reaction shows because I wanted to watch the match again to see, because at the end of the day, I know what I feel about this manager. I know why I don't want this manager anymore. But the problem I have at the moment is, and I'm going to go back to what I said before, I'm worried that we're going to get somebody worse than Ange Postecoglou, because like I said, we seem to get the worst. We get the worst out of
There's
the.
no way out.
We seem to get the worst out of the.
There's no way out.
The person that we had
After
before.
all that.
Yeah.
So you might as well
That's
stick
the
with
problem.
him. You might as well stick with him.
Yeah.
Are you
So
saying,
that's
yeah,
what
are you
worries
saying-
me.
yeah. So you're saying you'd rather stick with him then as well then?
Well, no, I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
at the moment the club, because we all know what we could get, we should get. You know what I mean? There are managers out there that
But you
will
don't
be
trust the
suited
club
to
to
us.
do that, the right thing. That's
Yeah,
what you're
I
saying.
don't know, because I don't trust
Mhm.
Scott Munn, because what did he do? You know what I mean? I don't trust Johan Lang, who's just absolutely awful. That's why I want Prodigy doing the transfers again. Work that one out.
Who
You know
do
what I mean? Paul,
you trust?
huh?
Who do you trust?
He doesn't
I
trust the
don't
club.
trust any of, but I don't trust any of them.
You don't trust the club.
Listen,
trust the club at all.
when
It's
Ange
like-
smiles, you get angry.
It's like Kroenke, it's like
Yeah.
FSG, it's like for Newcastle before, obviously it was Mike Ashley before, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? It's that type of vibe. We've all had the kind of board where you're like, and look, you share it with Cass and or Golks and Richie, do you know what I'm saying? You know what fans are like. Them man there, they're onto the board, do you know what I'm trying to say? So we all have fans like FaZe obviously's got, Gunner, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of
I get it.
running things over there on that side of things, yeah.
But I feel like then no one likes Michael Edwards out here. No one
Yeah, that's
likes
what I'm saying. Like, it's
Yeah,
that type of
listen,
thing.
grateful.
You see, if you, man, weren't
Guy.
like at the top of the top right now, and you, man, were like fifth or something, then there will be like, dismay in your camp.
evidence.
There'll be arguments.
They're
There'll be
ungrateful now.
arguments. Even now you're top. There's
They're
still kind of like,
ungrateful
I've seen the WhatsApp group, and I see you, man,
Crazy.
and they're all kind of rosy,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see
yeah,
like,
yeah,
Folks is
yeah.
kind of onto man. Amps is like, rah, Richie, so he's saying certain things, and it's not all rosy, even though you men are up top. So, like, yeah, this game's crazy. Everyone's got different opinion, but everyone's speaking their truth. It's frustration in different levels. Like FaZe says, he sees it different because he remembers when the dark times. You get me? He remembers when things were
Exactly.
bad.
But
Honestly,
FaZe
for the-
FaZe
And
on
he don't
your
want to
top
go
of the
back there,
block.
so he's
I
appreciative.
was born there. I was.
No, I'm just being real, innit? Like,
No,
when you've come from the struggle, you get me? You
And you
start
know
to
what it is as well,
appreciate.
Ash, though? You can't always be the best, bro. Like, there's going to be man better than
Stay
you.
humble.
And you can blame facts. You can blame. Look at them man now who was telling us something. Look where they were for a while. And it's mad because I hear what everybody's saying over the line and all of that. But the fact of the matter is, there was man better than us that deserved it more. And I can blame this guy. I can blame that guy.
Do you think Spurs deserve to be in the top 6 anymore? Are we a top 6 club?
No.
Big 6 or top 6? So big 6 in terms of status,
No.
or top 6 in terms of as a top 6 actual top 6 club.
Either or, because I'm like, how long will it take for us to no longer be a big 6? Because obviously this is a season. Like last season we finished 5th, but then this season looks like we're
You can't leave, guys. It's like the mafia, bruv. You guys joined the big 6 thing. You embraced it. You laughed at other clubs like Newcastle and Aston Villa. Look at you paupers. And now what? You want to come back to our humble dwellings, to our
Now,
block?
do you know what? But I kind of feel like I feel like you and like Villa have kind of destroyed the top 6 thing. That it's like you can't really. It's not there, isn't it? Newcastle and Villa, you joined up there. Forest are kind of doing it now. So I think the top 6 thing in terms of like just being a big club, your top 6, I think that's just over now. I think it should be seen as like maybe expectations, where you're going to finish around. And so I feel like you can't really say they'll finish around 5th, 6th, like that European spot.
Yo.
Well, go on, Cass.
Sorry, man. I'm a little late.
Big up.
I said a little late, you know.
There was a double meaning to that. I feel like there was something like there was something in that, like he wants to.
Way man smiling like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, I've been busy.
Yeah, you hear me?
I'm late, you know.
Sorry, chaps. Man, them.
Yeah, man. You're gonna have to do top 10 TikTok now, I think.
Yeah,
I think
man.
it's necessary though. Go on, Cass, sorry.
I know I was just gonna say after tomorrow, Spurs fans start chatting to me nicely, innit?
That's all he came for, you know.
Yeah.
Pause. That's all he forwarded for.
Like that's just one down, innit?
Way to say.
Yeah.
Microphone dropping off.
Yeah, start chatting to me nicely. I've been waiting for this. This is personal, not between me, not even to Spurs as a club. It's to the content creators. You're finished.
But you know, sometimes I think a time out of the limelight is a bit necessary, man. But honestly, bro, we were 8th.
Re-energized, isn't it? Re-energized.
Yeah, 8th, 5th, and we needed that. It took me outside there to realize that. Oh my god, man, I need to realize.
You know what? You could take that same advice as well, FaZe. Like you've been in the limelight quite a lot everywhere. I go on TikTok, FaZe. I go on Twitter. There's FaZe. Like no joke, it's just FaZe. I'll go on Instagram. Oh, let me see this clip. Oh, next scene is FaZe.
Bro.
Always correcting someone. No, never.
You know, it's mad. It's what I say. It's 36 years in the darkness, and then now finally I'm getting my time. Do you know what I mean?
It sounds like Bane from Batman.
That's the theme.
But sometimes I always give Preach his props for this. There was a moment when Arteta won or 1-2 games. I'm thinking, yeah, we're back. We're going to win this. And he said, no, bro, calma. You're putting too much pressure on him.
It's true.
And I was like, no, bro, we're talking about Thierry Henry, Bergkamp, Vieira. It's like, calma.
Is that what you're trying to say to Cass? Is that what you're trying to say to Cass? Like,
no, because you see that.
Slow it down.
No, the question was Spurs out of the.
He's just trying to create something. He's trying to throw.
But Man U are ready. Because think about it, yeah. Man U could have stayed with Ten Hag and had the gloss and the paper over the cracks with the trophies he won here and there. But as Preach said about Amarin, he wanted to completely change it and switch up. And sometimes that takes you back a few steps. You can keep up with the Joneses, spend your money and get by and do this thing where you're more worried about how other fans are going to view you and you can throw something back in their face, pause. Or you can really go for the hard reset, start again, build up a structure and then have a plan of moving where you're moving towards instead of just gung-ho, we can just buy someone and do this and sack the manager and it gets fixed. Sometimes that time outside the limelight to batten down the hatches, see who's really with you, Like, you get what I'm saying? Like the Aubameyangs, the Ozils, and do you know what I mean? See who's really with you and who's here for you, rain, hail, sleet, or snow, and who just wants the good days and the glory days and here's for the paycheck. And then you can just reset, and then now you know that everybody's on my team. These men will run for a brick wall for me. How many man you think's running for a brick wall for Andrew right now?
I've never
Kulu
been,
is.
but I've never
He
been,
says
but never been there for Angelo. I've never been there for Ange from the
You're
get
talking about
go.
the players, though. The
It's
players.
about the
Well,
players,
the,
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
the players are doing what they're doing already because they're not coached. They're not coached, mate.
No, but
You know
is
what I
he?
mean?
But have the players lost belief in the project? That's what he's asking.
Well, I think that I don't think they like these tactics. I mean, you can see Madison zoned out.
Yeah, because Madison's not getting played.
yeah, he's
So
a
He's not
good
getting
times
played.
man.
No.
He's a good times
Good
merchant,
And,
time.
though,
I,
man.
Good
He's a
time.
good
and it's
times
like,
guy, man.
and I don't care what anybody says about Spence. He's not doing it because of Ange. He's doing it because he's spiting him because he's not
How
interested.
do you know? How can you know that? I don't
Oh, I
understand.
know
Let's get
the
going
guy's
here.
got arrogance. He knows football, bro. Like he's not there.
You might say you got naivety as well. Like you might say, "Oh, Mr. Box Office don't know what he's talking about. Is he here every day?" You might say the same about
Well,
you, innit? He might have saw one of your videos and said, "Fuck this guy."
I don't really care, to be honest with you. It's just an opinion. You know what I mean? You take it or leave it. You know what I mean? Simple. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But
Easy.
the point is that I listen. I know I've been seeing football for a long time, and you can see who's got it up there and who hasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
And
don't even
like I
believe in
say, this
the
guy. I
press.
mean, he was given a new contract. He's knocked out the European squad, right, for a goalkeeper, but now is now injured. You know what I mean? So like, why has he got any loyalty to Ange for? You know what I mean? Sorry, but you can see it.
It's
He's
to
playing out
himself
of his
though,
skin
man.
right now. He's doing it for himself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's doing it for himself. He don't care what Ange is doing.
I think that
Ash, you don't deserve this, man. You don't deserve this.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
honestly, like
Hey, well,
Ash, like I look at you and I don't think Spurs for some reason. I just feel sorry for you, man. What? Like
I
hey,
said
no,
it
it's character
earlier.
building, bro. It's character building, bro.
It's character, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
no, but like Ash, I
And
see
that's
why
a level of acceptance.
I see why you went gym and got all like all muscular. And all that kind of stuff. Like, I hear it, man.
Well, you
We've
gotta
moved
keep
on
yourself
anyway. We
occupied.
just
There's more to life than football, isn't it? That's what. That's
exactly.
what.
It's more to life than football. You know what I mean? It's like it's not really point of worrying about it because it's not really a big deal. This is same Spurs, different day.
Are
So
you
that
not?
kind of
You
means
not?
that sounds like you choose to not like Spurs then.
No, I don't choose to
As if
know,
there's
bro,
more
because
to
it's the
life. If
truth.
there's more to
No,
life,
no,
you're just
no,
picking.
no. It's not. That's not the truth whatsoever. Big preach. It's just you're making things up now,
No,
bro.
I'm just saying, if there's
It's
more
like,
to life, why would you
no,
choose to
no,
be like it's only a
no,
small percentage of your life you're
yeah, yeah,
using up
but
when
bro,
you
but it's the truth is at the end of the day, I can only go what I've seen. You know what I mean? I'm 37 years old. I've seen this for how many years now?
Damn.
Man, you don't
You know what I mean?
understand, bruv. You actually
37
make
years
the
old now,
bruv,
bruv.
you actually make the panel feel sorry, bruv. Like
What do you mean feel sorry for me? I don't really need to be
no
felt sorry
Nah,
Spurs,
for.
man.
Yeah.
Spurs, like we just feel sorry, like raw, like some of the
We spent like
encouragement is
2 hours
just
talking about Spurs. I
anything.
know Spurs Kings, but it's all rivals, like rival show as well.
Nah,
So
man. Nah, this but like life.
it's
Football for
therapy.
me, there is more life to football. Don't get me wrong, but football is life at the same time. For me,
But
Because
I
it's
think you say.
boring without. It's boring without.
I think you say it because you support a loser club.
well,
Castro,
it is a loser club. It's the same club that keeps on talking about Sol Campbell and getting so upset about Sol Campbell, but
That
it's a
advert was
long
cheeky,
time
man.
ago.
That advert was cheeky.
I
It was
agree,
mad
advert.
cheeky, bro. That was
That
mad.
Google advert was crazy
He had to
cheeky,
run
bro.
Yeah,
man
but
up
at the
for
same
nothing
time, we
rubbish.
just got to get over it because the guy went to win trophies and he won trophies. What was he going to win at Tottenham? Just a Carabao Cup.
Oh my
You know
word!
what I mean? So like the truth is, it's like he made the right decision, didn't he? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
But we still can't
you
get
know what's
over it, and
mad?
we wonder why we don't win
But
trophies.
you know what it is,
Okay.
you know what it is box office. Remember back then, like we've seen mad switches happen. We've seen Liverpool to Everton in the 80s, or like even in the 90s. Like I've seen Man United to Man City as well. Like it never was a huge thing back then. It's because that's where your family was settled, so you're gonna stay there more than likely. Do you know what I mean? It was normal. It was quite normal back then. You didn't even have transfer windows.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the big deal is. The one that's actually doing really good at the moment. I think I'll give big up to him to try and make the most of it. Just having fun with it. Is Deji. He's freestyling.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
freestyling every stream. You know what I mean? Big up to him, bruv. Because honestly, I'm going to start doing that soon. You know what I mean? Because honestly, because that's the only fun I can have on stream
Just
now
drop the
these
feet.
days. Because
Hey,
no point
drop the
reacting.
feet, man.
You
Drop
know
the
what I mean?
feet,
Because
yo.
what's the bloody point of do reaction every single week? It's not like it's anything changed or anything like that. You know what I mean? The only thing that that could change is that we could win the Carabao Cup, and that's all I can say, and that's it
That's a
really.
big deal, though, man. I'll take the
Whoa,
Carabao.
whoa.
What was it? Big deal, though. That's crazy, isn't it? Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done, man.
I didn't even catch on to that.
Well done.
You played
You know what?
yourself. You played
Yeah, I did.
yourself.
I did. I'm gonna take it. You know what? Let me mute myself for a little while.
I understand that. Yeah. Wow.
But
What was I even saying?
Huh?
Yeah, because
Carabao Cup's a big thing.
that's a big. Like, I'd take a Carabao Cup now.
Listen,
Like,
Fates. I'm not saying I'm not taking the Carabao Cup. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying at the moment, right, that we haven't done a lot since we won the Carabao Cup last time, didn't we?
When's the last time you was
Carabao
happy? When was the last time you was happy in a football state?
Pochettino.
football state
Yeah.
since Pochettino.
Oh, fair play.
Those are good days.
So you'd be miserable for like a good 6 years.
Yeah, not liked it since.
That's crazy, man.
That's nice.
And you watch all the games.
Yeah, I watch the games. Yeah, but like I said, I like Martin Yole, Harry Redknapp, and Pochettino.
What,
You know what I mean?
Why is Jordan even here in the chat? He clearly hates all of us. Like, why is he even here? Like,
I mean, Jordan's. He said he feels like you spend all your life on football. Well,
yeah, he just I didn't even have a dig at each of us.
I mean, like maybe
Why are you here?
because it's my job and I earn money from it and I've got to build relationships. Yeah, man. It's just when I'm off the screen, trust me, I'm doing other shit. I don't watch football YouTube at all.
Okay.
But that's what I don't know. That's a mad comment. This is what real grinding and a real hustle looks like. Like if you ever want to achieve anything in terms of whether it's Cass and others that are working, whether it's in YouTube and others, if you actually want to be successful, this is what a grind looks like. This is what hustling looks like. And if you have big dreams, you have to put in big hours and working hard. You looked at it as a negative, Jordan.
Working so hard.
Why are you working so hard, bro? Guys, what's wrong with you, man? Like, why are you waking up and
You got to think. I've not sacrificed, but I sacrificed a lot of leisure time just with
100%.
my best friends. Like even just on the box or something, just playing games because my schedule is flipped upside down because the weekends are more important than the weekdays. Do you get it? Like, and I still but they understand that. So I have to get my social. Everyone's got to get that social battery to a point where you've had a good feel. And that's why I go on so many streams, to be fair, because that's where I get my social feel.
That's the whole point.
You know what I mean? And where else could I be naked from the waist down and talk to everybody?
Whoops, wrong button.
when he called you cheeks, when Mr. Box Office called you cheeks, he was right. He was
I was meant to say chink. So I didn't say chink. So I didn't mean it like that.
What's the called tune? What we saying, man? Newcastle can win this title, yeah. Hopefully.
Title, you know.
Yeah. I mean, look, they're 3 points off of Wolfie's team, and he puts himself in the hat. So I'm putting Newcastle in that. Or I've been told to say it as Newcastle now.
Newcastle.
Like all you gotta do is say Nuke and Hassle together, and you're done. I done a video earlier, and I kept saying the castle like that, Newcastle, like for the whole video, pretty much, and people are loving it. It's and it says, "No, you got to change the castle part. It's perfect." But the other one, I'm trying, man. It's all good, man. It's good crack, man.
I'm gonna learn it then. Look, like I was saying to the guys, my expectations from the beginning of the season for Newcastle was 64 to 68 points, plus semi-finals and finals for the domestic cups. But always in terms of like title races, I know people talk about it all the time. I always say that everybody's in the title race until they're not. So yes, Newcastle are in the title
Tottenham,
race.
yeah.
If you're mathematically in the title race, obviously there's favorites and kind of who's strongest to likely to be that. Obviously we can discuss that, but everybody's in the title race. We know that you would have seen obviously Chelsea when they were closer to the title race, they talked themselves out of it. I saw a number of streams with you guys talking to Chelsea fans, Ash, otherwise all the other streams, literally like to a man. I don't know if they went to a one like Chelsea Covenant conference together and said, we are not in the title race. Go out there and tell the people. And that's exactly what Chelsea did. And they talked their way out of a title race. And now they're saying, oh, we didn't want to go that far out. Now we're not even in the top 4 anymore. But as you say, so shall it be for Chelsea. And that's where it is. So
you know what? Sorry to cut. You know what it is though, too, because people know what they're doing when they're asking you that. Like, do you know what I mean? They know that they just want to throw an egg in your face. Like, do you get?
just be
You're
wise.
having a little moment. You're having a little moment when stuff's going good for you, and we don't like that. So what we're gonna do is
yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where. Like, we know what you're doing, so I'm not
that's just dead. That's just dead. Like it becomes dead banter. Even if
He knows that that's what he does.
that's not what I do preach. Now, like even as an audience, like because I enjoy watching all of you guys and stuff like that. And you know when it's dead banter when someone's trying to say, "Oh, FaZe, Arsenal going to win it. Oh, you see, you're not winning now. You know, I'm like, that's just dead, bro. Like what is this? Like, I can do this. With, like, you know what I mean? Like it's useless. So I'll just expose it and just say, you're just saying this. Or are you just saying this just to say later on, oh, you didn't win it? Or are we going to have a proper football conversation and say, you know, yes, we will have a chance, but A, B, and C, this might be the situation and whatnot. So it just becomes dead.
I'm just glad I got a Toon fan base on Never FL now, man.
I mean, you hate Geordie. You hate Rasta Geordie.
Yeah, you do hate Geordie.
Nah, he's not
His eyes
Geordie.
are closed.
No, he's a London boy. That's different.
Is that what? So you can't support Newcastle because he's from London? Is that what you're saying?
So everyone's got the same energy for me. Oh, your glory and blah blah blah, all that kind of bullshit. And when I want to do it back, it's like, oh, but we're not we're not glorified. And shut your mouth. You're from London as well.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're trying to get at him. Yeah,
I get it because Arsenal are in North and I live in South. I get that as well. Yeah,
no, but they say
he lives in South.
He used to be supporting Charlton.
You know what I mean?
But technically, Arsenal are from South London, though, technically. So it is your local club, technically.
Yeah, but they don't want to go that far into the history. They don't care about now. Where's the stadium? Where's the Emirates? Like, you know what I mean? They want to hear all of that. They just want to slap me in my face and just feel my joy. That's what they want to do. You know what I mean? Because think about calling someone a glory hunter, then, and so what are you, a loser hunter? Like, you know, every time you point a finger at someone, there's what 1, 2, 3 pointing back at you. Like, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm going to OT tomorrow, and I'm going next week as well. So I'm happy.
For what games?
Southampton. I'm going to go Southampton game tomorrow because it was just someone said, look, there's 3 tickets. Do you want to go? I'm like, yeah. Are you driving? Cool.
Where is it? St Mary's?
No, Old Trafford.
Oh, you're going up
and then Rangers as well. I thought I'd catch a Europa game. I think
that's Rangers. Good. That's good.
You want positive content. I see what you're doing.
That's a good trip. Are you gonna video vlog it?
Nah, that's all long, man. You know what is with me? You know what is with me too? Yeah, I don't mind the content creator life and all that stuff, but when it comes to stadium stuff, I don't like phones. I don't want to see all that shit. I want to live in the moment. I don't take pictures. I don't take videos. I can't be asked for all that bullshit anymore. Like I tried it once. And I said, this is horrible. I'm looking around like thinking they must be pissed off. They don't want to say nothing. If they say something, I'm gonna flip and crack them one. So it's like it don't do well for nobody. I just like living in the moment, cheering in the moment. I don't want to. Like, I need to catch my reaction when we score or concede. Fuck all of that. I just want to focus. And
but at the same time, if you're in a final, would you not take a moment?
Hell no.
No, just to remember back from I
remember it in my memory unless I inshallah I don't ever get that dementia, bro. Like on that notice, I don't.
Remember, Ash hasn't been to too many finals, so he's
just talking during the game.
Yeah, finals you been to too.
I'm not.
They won the championship the other
day. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of them. I'm one of them fans. Yeah, unless it's a little kid, because fair enough, they're little kids. And they're just babies. They're innocent, innit? So I hate seeing adults with their phones unless you're trying to distract the penalty taker like we did against Arsenal. Don't mind that. But don't have your phone out in front of me, please.
You're
Like,
saying
You know,
the same during the 90 minutes, innit? And then after
yeah, I have to do whatever you want.
no,
But during the
you know
game,
what's
like I
yeah,
like socializing with people. I like standing up for the majority of the game. I like chanting. I do all of that business. When people are silent, they piss me off. I'll get up on my own ones. I've got a video of me doing that by myself. I don't give a shit. People join in anyways.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'm a rowdy little cunt at games.
yeah. You want to
that's
get
why you don't
behind
got
the
no
fellas,
video
isn't it?
evidence.
Pause.
Yeah, no, I just enjoy it like that. I think this is anyone can support the way they want to. Old people, I don't expect them to get into it. Like, sit down, man, do your thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like phones. I don't like gadgets. None of that during the game. It's not my thing.
All right, lads. So we do quick predictions and wrap up.
Yes, please.
Yeah, because it's getting late. But predictions for the weekend because we got games. Oh, actually, wait, Man United before
Still
that.
got Man United. Yeah, still got Man United.
Yeah. Quick one, two. Man United, Southampton. Man United at home. Amarim in charge. Xerxes and them, man.
They
Man's
should
like,
do it.
whoa.
They should do it. Yeah, they should do it.
Will
2-0 Man United.
Preach. Any upsets or are you going with 2-0 over here?
Yeah, I think that's United win. Yeah, United win.
All right, cool. Cass, I think I know what you're gonna say, but
3-0 minimum.
3-0 minimum.
Yeah, they're shit, man. They're actually cheeks. They're not seriously. No disrespect, yeah. All disrespect actually intended. To be fair, they are absolutely cheeks. They're no good. Like, they got 6 points for a reason, and I don't think we're handing them any 3 points, or let alone 8 point. They're crap. They're crap.
Face, you said.
Ramsdale Masterclass 1-1.
Box office.
You say that
United.
Just straight win. No score prediction.
Straight win.
Straight win, yeah. All right, cool. I think United will do them 2-0. Actually, no. 2-0 actually, yeah. 2-0. Who's next? Who have Arsenal got next? Arsenal have who?
That's Villa.
Villa.
Newcastle Bournemouth first. Newcastle Bournemouth first, innit? 12:30.
Why, that's a techie get. Why, Bournemouth are good, you know.
They are very good.
Bournemouth are good, you know.
They got no striker as well. It's man.
No. But Isak's on form though. Isak's like the best striker at the moment.
You should have seen him today. The second goal. Goodness gracious.
Now Jesus is injured, obviously, but
Oh, you say the top strikers, yeah? Okay, cool.
yeah, he got
But yeah,
five.
go back to Newcastle. We'll get to Arsenal in a second, don't worry.
Yeah, Isak Gordon on fire. But Bournemouth, I saw Bournemouth against Chelsea. I don't know if Kaz, you remember, actually you was here as well, Ash, obviously it's your show, but it's like, I was saying, I wonder if Chelsea are going to have a first Tottenham season under Ange. I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen, but it's interesting what's happening with them. Yeah, but we've got Bournemouth, 12:30. They haven't got a striker.
Is it St. James's?
It's at St. James's.
No,
We got a couple strikers, but they're a good team. The thing is, they like to press, and we like teams that press. Do you know what? 3-0 Newcastle.
Yeah, 3-0 Newcastle. Preach.
2-0 Newcastle.
2-0 Newcastle. Cass.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the 2-0 deficit, 3-0 or 2-0. One of those. It's the Bournemouth's anti-way of the anti-team for them is literally Newcastle. So it's them lot. I don't see how they beat them without a striker. I'll be honest. Dan Burn Botman partnership is they allow it, man. Clivert can try and run them out as much as he wants.
All right, FaZe, what are you saying?
2-2.
Draw. Cool.
Score draw.
Score a draw.
It's got to justify our result against Bournemouth, man.
I like your thinking still. Yeah, makes sense. Hey, box office, what are you telling me?
2-1 Newcastle.
2-1. I'm going to go for 3-1. No, 3-2 actually. I'm going to give it spicy. 3-2. 3-2 spice affair, man. What's the other game? What's the next game, man? I know you got the games in front of you.
West Ham Palace, Brentford, Liverpool, Leicester, Fulham.
Let's do Liverpool, man. Liverpool play who?
Brentford.
Oh.
Is that the G-Tech?
I should know that.
Let me check.
G-Tech.
G-Tech.
G-Tech. I would have seen we started. Hey,
I can't figure
and the man
Liverpool
in
out
Real,
though.
man, Remo.
I don't know if Liverpool are getting complacent because naturally I want to say 2-3-0 Liverpool, but I'm feeling like you guys are getting complacent.
Nah, you know what? The
Ooh, change up
results
on the
might
rule.
the results might display that, but
But
if
the
you look at
performances are different.
like
Yeah,
Okay.
that keeper
yeah.
played out of
I,
his
I agree. I agree
skin.
with FaZe
And
there.
what's is
I,
what's
do-
is
I,
it
Yeah.
I
Murillo?
agree with FaZe there.
He
Don't
played
get
out of
used to
their
it
I
though,
trust
FaZe.
skin,
you.
man.
Don't get used to it, FaZe though. Don't get used to that, FaZe though.
You see, he
Right?
doesn't want. He doesn't want to call you cheeks anymore. He's calling you
Yeah, yeah,
face.
yeah, yeah. Just because I agree with you doesn't mean
Aye.
because I don't agree with a lot of people. But you're actually right because I watched the Liverpool game, and
Mm.
to be honest with you, I
Mm.
this is why I don't like my team at the moment. Right, the way that Slot adapted and done those substitutions, like I'm sorry, like they should have won the game. They should have won the game, and
Okay.
that was a good
It's a
Forest
miracle.
team.
That was a good substitution. That
Very
I'll,
good
was.
Forest team.
I'll say
Yeah.
I
3-0
have to say
Liverpool then.
that.
That's what I wanted to say. I'll say 3-0 Liverpool then. That's what I wanted to say.
I'm going 3-2 Liverpool.
Free, face, sorry. What's your prediction?
Um, yeah, man, Liverpool, man. As much as I bring Brentford to be the right and all of that, but yeah, I go Liverpool, man. I go for a 2 goals. I think they'll win.
Yeah. Box office.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. And Preach, come to you
Yeah,
last.
3-1. 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Paul.
Yeah, we need to get back
Yeah.
to winning these, man.
You
Am
need
I-
to get a replacement for Van Dijk because Van Dijk is a fantastic
No,
centre
but
back.
all right. So, box
Honestly.
office. Let's go down that path. How do you do that, though?
I know, but I'm just saying that
Mm.
that you are gonna miss Van Dijk when he's gone because he is a fantastic centre back.
Everybody would,
Honestly.
man.
They got a good track
Everybody
record
would.
of replacing players. They'll get someone.
It's not that easy, man.
It's not easy, but I think
He's a proper leader. Like
he
the
won't
way
be as good.
he
He's a
But
fantastic
to
centre back.
replace a leader
Honestly.
like Van Dijk is
Yeah, but no one knew
Never
Van
nothing
Dijk was ever
possible.
going to be Van Dijk when Martial was twisting him up at Southampton. Everyone thought he was a scrub.
Nah, man. He was always look good, man. So
was
he always
always-
had some good highlights, man. Of course, he get done here and there, but I always thought he's
he's
decent.
good. He's
I'd
solid.
always, yeah,
Southampton
man.
before, isn't it? Before
Yeah,
Southampton.
He's just
yeah.
so composed on the ball, and whenever whenever he just gets in the right positions,
It's
he just
perfect.
knows how to defend. He just knows
Yeah.
how to defend.
As you like.
You know what I mean? A proper defender.
He's not too tall. He's not too short. He's not too big. He's not too small. Pause. Like he's just
Yeah.
He's
he's
just an
perfect.
old school defender.
Yeah.
Like too many
FaZe
defenders
wants
that
to
are
call him
trying to
perfect.
play on the
Lit,
just play it.
sounds gay, but he's like perfect.
Wow.
He's got I don't even like man buns, but he pulls it off.
The waves, yeah.
He's got waves and a man bun and a fade at the back. What's going on? And it looks all right. Like,
That's looking like Ice Cube, yeah. Ice Cube.
The Blaze and remember.
That's mad thing. Still, can't lie. All right, cool. So we've done Liverpool, yeah. I reckon Liverpool will do the thing. 3-1. Yeah, cool. All right. So, what do you want to do the smaller teams before we get to Arsenal? Do you want to do like a quick West Ham Palace?
Yeah, let's do it. West Ham Palace. That at West Ham.
Yeah, is that
Didn't they win the other day? They won the other day, didn't they?
3-2, yeah.
3-2, yeah.
And Palace are back though. Palace are back.
Bowen and the man.
Well,
But Palace-
they beat Leicester. Let's get one thing straight.
Okay.
It is
Haven't
Leicester.
they? What's their form though recently? Haven't they? They
You
haven't lost
mentioned-
a game. Palace haven't lost a game for a little bit, isn't it? Or
I'm pretty sure they lost recently. No,
lost, drew,
Yeah.
drew, won.
Inconsistent.
it's all a mix up.
But if Palace beat West Ham, if Palace beat West Ham,
It's big.
if Palace beat West Ham, I might have to. Box office. You might have to wear some balaclavas, and you know what I'm saying. You might have to go.
Oh yeah, shit.
Bro, I know we're in trouble anyway. Like, you know what I mean? I know we're in trouble. Like, so it's not like a big deal in it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but relegation talks is crazy.
Nah, man. There's 3 teams worse than you lot, man.
2-1.
All right, you, Mr. Second.
2-1 West Ham. 2-1 West Ham.
Bro, we were 15th when Arteta took over, bro.
Yeah, but it's a different situation, FaZe. It's a different situation.
Don't matter, fam.
We're going.
We've got a better team than we had then.
Revisiting the trauma again.
Yeah. I know, but
Inception.
anyway.
Inception.
FaZe. Watch Mr. Box Office TV, bruv. I've been talking facts
No, I
in.
do. I'm
Watch
subscribed,
Savage.
man.
Watch Football Heritage TV and watch my boy Asmat as well. But because we've been talking the truth for how many months now, bruv, about this Tottenham Hotspur. You know what I mean? You
No,
know, so I don't want to ruin the moments for like big preach and tune tactics. You know what I mean?
and you know
You
what,
know.
you know what it is as well, yeah. Because I don't want to be a hypocrite, yeah. And like obviously perspective dictates like
I hear
your
you. I hear you.
perception of things, innit? So obviously, box office, everything's kind of negative to him at the moment, and rightfully so, because based on what he views,
Well, but it's not negative. It's just talking the truth, bro.
yeah, I hear you. But you know
It's
what it is
talking
like.
the truth, bruv, man. That's
But
all I'm
say for
saying, bro.
example, Lee, but what's his name? What's that guy's name? Lee Gunner. We're the worst team in the world. Our manager's pants. We don't have a squad. We're not gonna win nothing. We're the nearly guys. We're bridesmaids. It's all doom is gloom, and everything needs to be changed now because your lens in it. And I'm looking at it as like, right, this is the best we've been for a very long time
Could,
as the team competing in the league. So your viewpoint kind of dictates your assessment
Reality.
of what's
can I
happening,
say
innit?
something? Can I say something though? Can I say something? Me and Asmatic do not agree, right? But one thing that Asmatic gives me is football opinion, right? Because I can talk to him all day long, yeah, right. And this is the thing, Jay of all people, right? Who I do not agree with a lot of the time. He gives me football opinion, right? And he likes Ange, right? The thing I don't like about some of the Angians at the moment, all I get is just back the manager. What does that say to me, FaZe?
No,
What
because
does
you know
that
what
say
it
to
is?
me?
Because what you're saying is correct in terms of what you view to lead you to that opinion. So I can't argue facts, I'd be an idiot. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But if you want me to sit here and be as upset as Lou Gunner is as where we are as a
No,
team,
I hear you. I hear you.
like do you know what I mean? Because
I'm not
this is
getting. I'm
and
not
this is
getting involved in your thing
but
because
this is what
I hear
people do
you.
box office because what another fan will do is everything you've said here, which is negative about Spurs, they're going to take it and go throw it in another Spurs fan's face. Do you get what I mean? I just
Yeah,
don't want
but
to do.
the difference is I'll debate these people. You
Mm,
get what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I don't care about debating people. If you
mm.
give me football opinion, I don't mind it. You know what I mean? Like I said, there are people out there that are Anjin, right? They'll give me football opinion. We are Tottenham TV Sim gave me a football opinion. I said to him, "Good on you, bro. I don't agree with you, but I'll give it to you." You know what I mean? There are people out there who will do it, but there's certain people that will just give me saying, "Just back the manager. You're too negative." Well, I'll just annoy you because you don't give me nothing. You don't give me nothing.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Leicester,
So,
Leicester
so
Fulham.
preach. What's your thoughts on West Ham Palace at London Stadium? What are you thinking
I
score
don't
wise?
even know.
I know it's
1-0.
up and down with both teams.
Yeah,
That's
1-0. Something
yeah. I
like
was gonna
1-0.
say draws easier
Palace,
to say,
Palace
innit?
got better form.
Yeah.
I'd say they've got 2 draws, 2 wins, and 1 loss in the last 5. West Ham have got 2 losses, 2 wins, and a draw.
Well, man, the West Ham have just got a
Potter.
new yeah. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
Good
think
fit.
maybe
yeah.
Good
that might
fit.
have
New
a
manager bounce. Yeah, maybe new
it might
manager
have a
bounce.
little say in it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, are we still doing a segment on Palace and West Ham? Like,
Yeah, there
Disrespectful.
was a little
These
like
men are above you.
what do you mean? I after no, after hey, we got a game then. Like nothing's promised, but we're back there, innit? And we can
Oh
be
yeah, true.
we back
I
there.
didn't
You know
see
what I
that.
mean?
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brighton are 11th. Fuck.
All right,
yeah,
and we got
everyone's right.
and we got them too, and we're gonna beat them as well.
You
Sheesh.
sure?
I smell blood with them lot this time out.
There are
You know
4
what?
draws
You know what
in
it
a
is?
row.
João Pedro is the one that usually pisses me off, yeah,
Yeah,
and he's the
Pedro's
one
on
that's
top.
out, and he's the one that's out.
Oh, is he out?
Now I'm thinking, yes, this is it. This is the one.
Rota Jorginho though, he's alright still.
I couldn't give a shit about him. I've watched him live few times. Never impresses me, man. This guy can't work out if he's a striker, a central attacker, mid or left winger. Like, make up your fucking mind. Never impressed
Is
me.
there anybody that really is a striker now these days? Because I want to be
Danny Welbeck, proper.
because I don't think there's that many strikers out there really right now. That's why people are struggling to get a striker
You know
right
what
now.
it is? I think I think a lot of people that we talk to is really in their own
Chris
Premier League
Wood?
bubble.
Chris Wood, he's a
That's
striker.
the
Tons of
reason.
strikers. There's tons of strikers.
There's probably
Or,
loads that are just not
or
being known to the world.
or it depends, like centre forward versus striker. I don't know if you want to do that kind of nuance.
No, because we need to go back to the days of having 2 up front, man. With
Yes.
proper strikers. One, because
Agreed.
our strikers are technically inside forwards these days. That's
Yeah,
why
they
the
are.
number 9 is
Isaac
star.
will be one. Isaac's the inside forward, technically, if you think about it.
Isaac's everything, man.
Comes up on the left. Poacher as well, yeah, but he's inside forward, technically. I don't know.
Do you look understand the lack of strikers, because if they're not scoring, like it takes away from the team. Do you get
No,
what I mean?
do you know
I'm not
why?
saying it's right.
I think personally the reason why is because Ronaldo and Messi just ruined everything, and every player and every manager
I
coming up
disagree.
after them, they wanted to imitate wide players. Because remember, Ronaldo obviously started off on the wing and then he kind of drifted in. Messi, he's not really a nine like that. They kind of come off the wing. Do you know what I'm saying? And impact games and they're
No, but
harder
you
to
know what
come
it is
up.
though. You got to think
And they
about
like
it.
the half pace.
It's the four. It was always the 4-3-3. The thing is, the 4-3-3 evolved from wingers to inside forwards, right? So the centre forward had much more responsibility to be able to hold up, link up. All it had to be perfect, basically. So that means the wingers were your goal scorers. That means you didn't need to be able to finish overall in the modern game. Let's say 2015 onwards. The Luca Tonys of the world gone. Miroslav Klose is gone. You can name a lot of these guys. It's just that everything's relying on the
Oliver
wingers.
Bierhoff,
Yeah, there's loads of number nines. So
close up.
however you want to look at it, it's just these. If it was back to like two up front in some certain formations, you'd be bigging them up. That's why people like Diego Simeone a little bit, or sometimes it depend. It just depends, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, but
I'm
then what
surprised
about the
Aston
two in
Villa
the
ain't
middle
done
though,
it.
Cass?
Because they have like the traditional number 10 and number 9, basically the striker, the foot. Like,
Emery plays a 4-4-2, innit?
yeah,
Sometimes.
exactly. But even then, like that's why John Durant's probably looking so right because he's always got some sort of supplier when he does come on. It suits him maybe, or Ollie Watkins. I don't. However you want to perceive it, it's just. I would like it to see some sort of variation go on than seeing this 4-2-3-1 bullshit all the time. That is the worst formation to come out of football ever. Pisses me off.
I agree there, to be honest with you.
But don't you think football's a bit more what's the word? Like you can it's a lot less gung ho and basketball-y now.
End to
It's
end.
a little risk averse. It's a lot less risk
It
averse.
depends. Styles make fights. Like I'm sure Preach will say when Newcastle Liverpool play, like our last game 3-3, that was pretty end to end. I think it's styles makes fights. Depends on the team. Usually with Tottenham, when we play Tottenham, it's pretty. It can be end to end as well.
But what
I
about
think
back in the day though? Don't you think it was a bit more end to end gung ho back in the day?
Depends. Like whenever I see the top teams, like it depends how back in the day, like Arsenal, Man United, I'd say most teams are defending their penalty boxes, hoping that you guys have an off day and don't score, and they just get a lucky corner and score from that. That's what it was.
That's why I quite like the Amarin thing because like people say, "Oh, the three at the back," but I used to watch Rudy, Tevez, Ronaldo as that kind of spearhead. And now I want to see that again, like cater to the striker or cater to your tens or whatever. I want to see that again. I want to see what the wide players these days is just do touchline. Touchline is the worst instruction given to modern day football. Stay wide. Fuck,
No,
bro.
but
That's what Maresca's doing.
it
It's
creates
hurting him.
space though, man. It creates space. Like it stretches the defense.
No, but this is what I mean. Fuck the inverted fullback shit. Bollocks. Let the fullbacks do that. This is why Lewis Hall and Livramento I give so much praise to because they can do everything if they want to, but they are your traditional get
Wide
on
men.
the byline, overlap, do your underlaps, and this is why Newcastle are taking advantage of so many teams because people you're letting your wingers do what they do best, be creative inside the box.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
like
but that's the coach. That's the coach doing that. You see what I'm
I
saying?
know.
Because he's
I hate
not trying to
touchline
reinvent the wheel, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but touchline wingers is
I agree with you,
bollocks.
Kaz.
It's bollocks. Inverted fullbacks, bollocks. Just go get yourself a good enough midfield you can dominate, and then go from there.
It's amazing how me and Kaz are agreeing with lots of things. You know what I mean? Don't get used to it though, Kaz. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But like I said, I've got to be honest.
That's why you got a smirk on your face.
Well, no, it's funny that, isn't it? It's funny that, isn't it? You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Football's a simple
Yeah.
game, basically, is what he's trying to
It
say.
is.
It is a simple
It's
game.
not, man.
It's a simple game.
It's not. There's way too many variables. It's impossible.
No, in terms of like, I think what they're saying in terms of like, yes, there are too many variables, but it kind of boils down to being. It's why you call someone a genius. It's someone that can break down something very complex, but make it sound really simple and easy. I think that's what they're trying to say.
Well, to be fair. But
Exactly,
yeah, anyway.
exactly.
But anyway, I guess you guys have finished with the West Ham. So I'm just gonna go right on to Arsenal or Aston Villa. Yeah, if that's all right.
Can
Is
I
that the
start?
Emirates?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
go
I
on, start. I don't care who starts. Just start.
2-1 Villa.
Jeez. I think Face is going to agree with you. What you saying?
Yeah, you know this already. Yeah, man. You know this already. We look a bit blunt up top.
Yeah.
Hey, box office, what you saying?
Draw.
Draw. Hey, drop points. My thing
I'm
too.
not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
they need a striker and they need it badly because unfortunately, if you're going to keep on playing Sterling, he wasn't good today, man.
No, he
Honestly,
wasn't. Yeah, he was
he
very,
wasn't good
very.
today
He
whatsoever.
wasn't good
And I'm
against us
sorry,
either.
and
Stifler.
you can't do average. Listen, Kaz. I think your manager's very good tactically. I've got to be honest. He's shown exactly what the blueprint of how get the best out of what is it? Do get a result against Liverpool. But at the moment, I just think, and you did really well against Arsenal as well in the FA Cup. I've got to give it to you because he had 10 men. I think he did as well. So, but
Yeah, I was there with the Arsenal man. Again, they were getting excited when Jesus got injured with an ACL. They were cheering like, "Yes, get this fucker off."
That's
Wow.
crazy.
wow.
See,
Nah,
and then
crazy.
we wonder why we don't win stuff. You don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I loved it because I was gaslighting them. They were saying Arteta out. I was like, "No, you got to be Arteta in." He brought back the glory days.
But I
I
think
was
the
loving
striker.
it. I was
But
loving
I
it.
think your defense is really good, Arsenal. I've got to be honest. That Gabriel,
Yeah, he's
like
their best striker, man.
he's a brilliant. But that striker, honestly, you
Gabriel
need a
defender.
striker.
He's
You
no.
really need a
They should
striker.
actually put Gabriel up front.
Hey,
Did you see the strike he put against United as well? Even though it's deflected, but he should have even took the penalty. How about that? Actually, how about this?
hey,
He's nine league goals away from Erdegaard.
Crazy.
Wow.
hey, two.
Mm.
What do you, what do you think?
No, if it's all on Arsenal. If Arsenal score first, then they can win it. But I agree with FaZe and Kaz. I think you don't have strikers that want to run beyond the line, defensive line. Even when you do get into the box, there's a hesitancy there, and Trossard
Mm,
shouldn't really frighten anybody. I think Villa will win 2-1. I think Villa will win it 2-1.
my man, I just on that Trossard thing. My man, made Pedro Porro do the splits like a bad bee. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
At
I
the
didn't see
Players
it.
Club. Like Players Club. Oh my days. Bruv, he was on the floor for a good 5 minutes, bruv. Like
Ken,
that.
It's in the chat if you want to see it. It's in the private
serious.
chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Make
might
sure I
get
provided
copyrighted
that.
for that still. But yeah,
Oh, my
it's a
bad,
minor.
my bad.
I need Martinelli to get injured, by the way.
Well,
What?
you
Is
want
he
him
just...
to?
Yeah, I need him to still. Yeah,
Oh, I
Why?
thought you
He's
did.
no
Yeah.
threat at all.
yeah. No, he's a threat to my health as it goes. I made a bet, like a forfeit, basically back in a few months ago, anyways. And I said, when Mons is cussing him, but I've got him on tape now. He says, yeah, easy. Martinelli will get 20 GA. Yeah, easy. And someone else said it. Catch Jay basically was on our last show, and then I said he's not even getting 10. He's like, you want to do a forfeit? He's like, what forfeit? He's like, hot chili chip challenge. I said he ain't even getting 10 GA in the league. No, no chance. At the moment, he's on 7, isn't it?
Oh.
He's on 7 at the moment.
No,
So
he didn't.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah, we're doing like the
no.
hot
You were
chili
that
chip.
confident. You thought out of like 50 odd games he wouldn't get 10 GA.
Nah, but he's
That's
struggling
crazy.
already, isn't it? Like I might have a chance. He only got 7 at the moment. It's halfway through the season. You know what I mean?
I think you got a chance.
Yeah, you should. Like I'm hoping you
Okay,
get a
good
Think
luck
you
winger.
with
get
And
that.
10.
if you get number 9 and all that, I might be all right.
Mm.
Yeah, you should.
Preach. What do you reckon, man?
No, I feel like Villa win. I don't know
Mm.
if it's 2-1 or 3-1.
Sheesh, if it's 3-1, they're setting. Boy.
Just
This is at home, by the way. This is
just
at home, by
the
the way.
space, just the space that I saw that Spurs didn't capitalize.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you there. I actually agree with you there. Good preach. No, it's true. It's true because Arsenal should.
Red and blue, yeah?
Arsenal gave
Red
us
and white.
gave us too many opportunities. They didn't take their chances, and we should have done more. You're absolutely
There's
right.
but also there's an element because I want it to happen as well. Like, let's not.
Yeah, I hear it. Hey, what we saying? Have we spoken about United Brighton already? I'm bugging.
Nah,
No, we haven't.
All right,
What?
cool. Let's do that quick, and then obviously, I mean,
Where is
no one
that?
cares
Is that
about
at Trafford or
Yeah,
at home?
yeah, OT. Yeah.
Wait, what are you
This
doing?
game will show me.
What game are we doing now?
Brighton and
United,
Man United. Probably
Sunday.
this game would be a
Sunday.
good.
And you playing Southampton?
Yeah, first tomorrow.
Yeah, this is a
Oh,
Saturday
right.
game. The Saturday
It's a
game.
Saturday. Sorry,
This
yeah,
is
sorry, my
Sunday,
bad.
Sunday. This will be
Yeah,
Sunday.
We're not going to
They're,
learn too much.
they're still playing this game week, Face.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Southampton's
Yeah.
this game week. Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to learn too much against Southampton because we're expecting Man United to win. I think we're going to learn a little bit more from the Brighton game about Man United in terms of where they're at, in terms of their progress with Amorim. 1-1. 1-1.
I know you're stuck there. Yeah.
I wanted to say 2-1 Brighton. You know what? 2-1
Ooh.
Brighton. 2-1
All
Brighton.
right.
2-1
I don't need
Brighton.
context. It's cool. Preach.
2-2.
2-2. Drop points. Cass, what you said? Oh no, we know 3-1, isn't it?
No,
3-0?
no, I think we win 2-1.
Oh, 2-1. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
with no João Pedro is giving me a lot of confidence. Realistically, I'll be real. We done actually really well against them under Ten Hag, funny enough. But at their gap, we should never have lost that game. But there's something about Brighton. Brighton's it's just such an up and down team at the moment. They're under like I think they're under as heavy fire as probably any other team. They've dropped off a flipping cliff.
They have.
In terms of
They have.
performances as
A lot
well.
of people have predicted them to finish higher in the league.
They can still do it. They still got a lot of time. So yeah.
All right, FaZe.
Brighton, man. I think Brighton. I rate Brighton highly for some reason. Like, I think they're organised. I have faith in what they do. I think their system, their structure is so good that they just rinse and repeat and change people over and over. I think I just have faith in them, and I got more faith in their structure at the moment than Emery. So I'm gonna go.
What's their form looking like?
4 draws, 1 loss and 4 draws.
Yeah, no, I swear their recent game was a loss. Was it a loss last one?
No, well, in the league, because on the table, they're
Can someone find out for me
they
how
drew
many points?
against you lot, isn't it? That's the one. Yeah. So yeah,
How many points are Brighton off Spurs?
Brighton got
4?
28, and Spurs have
24, isn't it?
24. Yeah.
So
and they've got game in hand. They got game in hand as well, Brighton.
Yeah, are they playing tomorrow?
And a better goal
Double check.
Who are they playing? Brighton.
Ipswich.
Where is that, Brighton?
Let me double check.
Nice.
Oh, so soon to be 7 points. Is that what I'm saying?
It depends where it is. To be fair,
Ipswich Brighton. Yeah, Thursday tomorrow.
Probably going to be a draw.
7:30.
Yeah, it's at Ipswich.
Yeah. Just quickly, because no one cares about City, right? I mean, no one cares about Spurs really, even though it's the Spurs channel. But just throw that one out there. I'm joking. Listen, Spurs play. We go to a Goodison Park, and
why quivering?
Who wants to start this off?
They got Moyes in it.
Goodison Park.
I was straight away saying
Goodness
it's a
gracious.
draw. Yeah. And by the way, I say 2-1 Man United because Man United need to win. They need to start winning. Well, I think they're on the road of winning, but they need to start winning as well. To be honest with you, to get themselves out of trouble.
Stop playing Hoyland.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but they need to start getting points like us. But I don't see us beating Everton at the moment because I just don't see us grinding out the result at the moment. So yeah, I think it's going to be a draw. Lucky I'm not saying a loss.
The AI percentage is 39% Tottenham win, 26% draw, and 35% Everton. That's quite close.
Serious? That's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
That is crazy. So what are you going for then, FaZe? AI knows best, right?
True. But that new manager bounce shit, man. And you know what it is? Everton done it to us, didn't they? They got
yeah, and Chelsea.
Yeah.
And who else? I'm sure there's another team.
See, you know what's if Everton? I know Moyes is going to go for that disgusting 5-4-1. I know he saw that in game and he tried to do it against Villa. He's going to do it. He's going to be disgusting.
I got more faith with Spurs against bigger teams and smaller teams.
The minnows, they kind of suffer.
Yeah, because when it's time for you to take to be the leader in the game,
the little pups who just can't get it over the line. Like.
Yeah, because they give you the ball and say, "Sit back, go on, beat us." Pause, like, do you know what I mean?
I would like to say though, the Spurs usually are quite good against Everton.
Yeah.
The last season we drew against them. I remember Richarlison turned up in that game, banged 2 goals, and then
came back today, didn't he?
They came back and we drew 2-2 with them. And they were up for it in that game. They was on it.
Yeah, I would go for. I think a draw sounds solid because of the way Moyes is.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm gonna sit on the fence. Pause.
1-1. I say 1-1. I think.
Does anyone disagree with that?
I'm gonna actually say this. This could be Ange's last game.
Yes.
Getting an 8.
Yeah.
Kaz, he's not getting sacked.
I
He's
saw
not
the
getting
Nah,
sacked.
Poro. I saw
nah.
the Poro one.
I
I
see
mean,
Porro.
I wish it could happen, but unfortunately, they've got no plan to get somebody else in. They'll just put Mason in charge, so there's no chance. There's no way he's
no,
getting sacked.
there's always a
The thing
chance,
with
though,
Porro,
no?
you know what the maddest thing about Porro, yeah? He went back down because he was embarrassed. He looked up to the ref to see
Yeah.
if he'll get a decision. Didn't happen. And then he went down to get back up. He was embarrassed. The guy was about to. This is what I mean about
Wouldn't
Spurs.
you be? Wouldn't you be? Someone
No,
just
but,
sent you
no,
into
but,
next role.
no, but if you no, you get the fuck back up, bro. The thing is, yeah, the difference is mentality. Again, you could concede, and it could have been your fault. He took an age. Who was it? Trossard took about 4 seconds to deliver the ball. Luckily, you cleared it. I'm thinking, you get back up, mate. You got done. Yeah, every fullback eventually gets done at one point. So what? You win a derby, mate. Get up.
Yeah.
You look like a bitch on the floor. You look like a bitch on the floor. What are you doing whining when you know you're gonna get up? Everyone can see that you're not hurt. Get up.
That looked painful, man. He was sitting like baby. You know when babies are sitting like with their legs doing a W, and you have to put their legs straight. No, you're gonna bend your knees. Like put your legs straight. That's a
Oh yeah,
little way.
don't worry, checkmate. I went through all their videos on AFTV and they're all smiling and happy and all that shit. And it's like none of them said Cronky out this time. You know, it's all back to normal until next game if they lose.
Reactionary. Jeez.
Yeah, it's
Anyway.
crazy. It's crazy, man. No energy, man. They're all smiling and happy. Like, don't get wrong.
Was
Be
it
glad
Arsenal therapy?
Yeah, be glad that you won and all that. But it's like not one single person except for Yardman kept it a buck. So what that we won? I don't mean that. So what? This
No,
don't mean nothing.
sorry.
It don't mean nothing. It
Let
doesn't
me
mean
find this
nothing.
clip. Let me find this clip, please. Please. I need to find this yard.
Hey, Preach. What do you think, man? I ain't heard from you, man. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a draw. We've got a good record against them in the last. You ain't lost in the league since 2020. It's saying.
All right, so let me ask you this then, panel. If Spurs lose against Everton, because box office doesn't think so, he thinks the ball will stick with them no matter what. Does anyone think if Everton gets the 3 points and Spurs lose, that Ange will get sacked?
I don't think Ange's getting sacked.
I think he's getting sacked.
No, I don't think so.
I don't see in a world in wait 1 second. Let me check the table properly. Yeah.
Ange ain't getting sacked, man. Ange ain't
In a world where you go down, let's say United win and you go down to a place, Palace might get something, who knows, and you drop down to like 16th or Everton get a result. Let's say Everton get a result against you, they're 4 points behind you. Let's say Ipswich get a result against Brighton all of a sudden. It's like you're 5 points off potentially. It all depends on other results as well, but it could look a lot worse. But mate, when you've lost the dressing room, mate, it don't matter how much the club thinks about you. I'm sorry, like it's done. It's finished.
Yeah, that's
He hasn't lost the dressing room though. Unfortunately,
Oh,
some of them.
he definitely has. He definitely has.
Bro, look, I don't like this manager, but unfortunately, and some of the fans are still cheering him. They still love him. So he ain't going. And like I said, the record don't look good. He should have been gone already.
You
Should
know
have been gone already.
you know what it is. It's like if the
You're
fans
upset,
if the
face.
fans can't see a clear plan with him, then it's gonna get toxic. Anyways, with us lot in United, we see a clear plan. Like we can see that we can see it's the players. I still reckon your squad is absolutely diabolical. And when you don't have your main centre backs and goalkeeper in goal, you're always gonna suffer. Look at Eddie Howe, for instance. But it wasn't that bad. Do you know what I mean? It was bad. It's bad for their standards, but it weren't that bad.
Don't
I
you think
think
that
he
could
did
be a
at the end of the
reason?
season.
Don't you think that could be a reason though that they don't sack him because he hasn't got his keeper, he hasn't got his centre?
Yeah, but then why are they not actively trying to get him someone right now? Like, where is it? You're just Interest FC all of a sudden, like us.
We've always been Interest FC, to be fair, but no, I hear it. Maybe they don't trust him.
Colomani, like whether you wanted him or not, he's gone now. So that's one off for gone. You might want Douglas Luiz, you ain't getting him.
Yeah,
you're not doing nothing. You're probably gonna sign someone from like an Eastern European league.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Are you Tottenham in disguise? Are you
Eastern European
All right,
League?
no offense to our Eastern European listeners at the moment.
No, not even.
Like,
I missed that. I'm looking at Robbie and Yardman interview. Sorry, I was laughing at that.
That was hilarious.
That's crazy.
It's out of nowhere. He started shouting. It wasn't even warranted. Like
I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? He ain't going nowhere. And this is me saying this. You know what I mean? I realised that a long time ago because the fans were cheering him
I need to go to
when we were
I
5-1 down
yeah,
against Liverpool.
I gotta go, but my prediction is
I said it's 2
two
o'clock. Fucking hell.
two
Yeah,
one.
let's end it there,
2-1
man.
Tottenham.
We're moving mad, like we ain't got to get up. You, man, love for coming on the panel. Big
Always
yourselves
a
up.
pleasure.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a little bit of a therapy thing, kind of, not really. But yeah, listen, we'll be back next Wednesday for more Rivals Chat. Big up the chat as well.
Hey, please, who's this Ghost 25, fam?
Bro, you know
Hey,
what?
come on.
Yeah.
Ask
Before we
me.
go, yeah, I beg you, Ash. There's a joke he says about Havertz. He said it on about 3 streams, and no one ever puts it on the screen. I think just
We
out of
put a what?
consistency. Arteta out, man. Try take nerd Havertz and turn him gun, man. I've seen him type that like 7 times on different streams. So
All right, we'll
please,
put it up,
just
I'm
there
just
you
to
go,
get it out
Ghost,
the way.
man.
Yeah?
There,
yeah.
no, not that. The one it's Arteta out and Havertz because he's desperate. He was even asking for them to put it on the screen last
Oh,
night.
sorry. My
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
There you go, Ghost, man.
Big up. Arteta
Yeah.
out, man.
Get what
Try
you asked
to
for, man.
nerd Havertz and turn him a gunman.
There you go, man.
Big up.
Glad you got that.
Big up to the chat, obviously. Listen, big up to the audio listeners listening back to that on their work, commute, whatever. But yeah, make sure you like the stream for those who are watching on playback. And yeah, man, we see you next week, man.
Take care,
Cool,
guys.
man.
Big up.
Gang,
Big
big
up,
up.
big up, big up. Come on, you Spurs, man. Peace.